Are we here?
One.
We're here. We're live.
We're live. Fantastic.
This is your life.
We're gonna play that later, Dan.
Oh
Don't you
God.
worry.
So interesting. Discord. Oh, can you turn me down in your speakers?
Oh, oh. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, you know what it is? It's my iPad. Give me. Let me turn that all the way out, all the way down. How's that?
Check, check, check. No, I hear myself still.
Darn it! Why? It used to work.
You need
Oh,
like
why?
little headphones, earbuds or something.
It was never a problem before, though, was it? Hold on. It's never perfect.
Test. No, I still hear me.
Hold,
You
I'm
know,
not.
the sick part is I have like, 17 sets of headphones just on my desk.
I just have my skull candy earbuds. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get to sound. Yeah, my mouse is okay. Speakers. What am I supposed to do? I can just. Can I just turn you down? How's that, Dan? Are you doubled up?
Check, check, check. I'm still a little bit doubled up. Maybe aim that speaker away from the mic if that's possible.
Yeah, it's far. It's relatively far. You know what? I'm probably gonna turn down the gain on my mic.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
look. The doctor is in.
Dr.
What's up,
Mikachu, good
Dr.
to see you. I'm
Mikachu?
so sorry. It's a shambles right now. We're
I like
on this.
this. Okay, everyone. What object did Julia show on stream this week? Sorry, it was not an object. It was a function. Next time. Better luck next time. Sorry, that was a really noob dad programmer joke. And I'm not even a programmer.
How can you hear yourself now?
I think that's better. Code humor. No, that's perfect. You got it.
Okay, good. And am I too soft or what?
You're good. I think you're pretty loud.
Okay, we're good. Wonderful.
Object
Okay, yeah, so I
oriented
can show everyone
jokes.
what I
Oof.
showed on.
Ooh. How about that? You
It's my
know,
amethyst from Ontario.
I actually had a couple of cool pieces I was going to show off. I'm just trying to remember where I put them.
Grundy, Giselle, Jess.
Aha. Francisco is here. What's up, people? How are we doing today? Evening. Yes, you missed a very corny programming joke, but at least I could make it. Like that's progress for me. That's actually like
It's
a
true.
big deal. Since I have no idea about programming, but I'm trying to teach
Oh, I
myself
can't do my
slowly.
shout outs on your channel. What am I thinking?
Oh,
We have to
thank
teach you how to
God.
do that, Dan.
No, actually, I should just, yeah, maybe I should just give you access to the thing so you can do it.
Oh, onto your Nightbot?
Yeah, because I was just trying to figure it out now and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, it's just a thing I can copy paste. I
Oh,
can just.
see, now here's a good thing. Francisco is eating pizza. For anybody who doesn't know, Francisco lives within what you would call New York City limits, which means he's eating proper pizza. Unfortunately, most of the rest of the planet does not have this, including a good portion, if not almost all, of the United States. There's lots of pizza arguments I have frequently with my friends, but
It's
pizza.
extremely pretentious.
Oh, it is definitely pretentious. Ask him about it. See what they think. Ask him if he could eat. So, if you don't know, Francisco Grundislav is Grundislav Games. Francisco González, a friend of both Julia and I, and a fantastic game developer, artist. He's pretty much everything in his games too. But yeah, he comes from Miami, or I think the Miami area, Florida, and he lives in New York now. He's lived in New York a number of years. So he would know that Miami or Florida, you can't get pizza. You can't get pizza until you come here and you eat pizza. Yeah, so Feroy mentions Chicago deep dish. So that's not pizza. That's something else. That's like a calzone, which is totally fine. It's good. It's just not pizza.
Okay, Dan. Okay, I'm gonna. We can come back to this. Okay, I promise we can come back to this.
Oh, the best
Um,
pizza place. Hold on. Justin Paul says, I think the best pizza I've had. I mean, there's different options once you're in the city. The best one I know of is right off of the Belt Parkway in Ozone Park, and it's called Park. I think it's called Park Pizza or something like that. I got to remember it, but it's. Oh no, Eden Waith says you're so horribly wrong about the pizza. Let us agree that pineapple. Oh my God! So in my big box chat group, we have had a pineapple discussion going on. If you put pineapple on pizza, please stop calling it pizza. It's not pizza. It's something else.
Flatbread.
Yeah, it's something else. You could put pineapple on whatever you want. Just don't call it pizza.
You know what? Okay, you know what? I'm going to introduce Dan because he's clearly not. He's just going to keep talking about pizza.
That's very possible. I'm
So
hungry
I'm going to
now.
introduce Dan. So I'm the game dev behind the Crimson Diamond. Dan is the musician who is making the music and the sound effects for the Crimson Diamond. And he is using a genuine Roland MT32 that is all hooked up so he can't. You're just laugh. Just fine. Just laugh it up. I'm doing your job for you
Who,
over
me?
here.
I'm not saying anything.
I know. I think it's great. I think it's a good change. Now, um, so yeah, he's using a genuine Roland MT32 for the music and the sound effects, which is really cool. And he's running it through a bunch of emulators and all this kind of weird library software to make that all happen. So he's really dedicated to recreating the sound as much as I'm dedicated to recreating the look of the games from the late 80s and early 90s. And so Dan is up to that. We stream we stream every week. Sometimes I do art, sometimes he does music. Dan is also a touring musician. He on one of our streams he proudly showed his Soundwave, which is a transformer.
Where is
And
Soundwave?
after he
Oh,
showed
he's here.
his transformer, he showed us his Grammy nomination certificate for his amazing work on Sean Paul's. Oh my gosh, I don't even know the name of the album. Frequency?
Full frequency. Pretty good.
Full
Pretty close.
full frequency.
Oh,
And
nice one,
so
Dr. Mikachu. I like
yes.
that.
So beautiful. Yeah, so Dan is, he's been all over the world with the band, and now he's doing a lot of composing. If you are interested in any kind of getting game music done, he might be interested in hearing from you. He's definitely um, he's pretty good.
He's
He sometimes
okay.
gets off
He's not
track,
great.
but
he's
he's pretty good.
he's halfway decent.
And today, I'm saying this for both the benefit of the viewers and for you, Dan. We are doing chapter transition music because, as I mentioned before, the game is in 7 chapters, and so I want some nice interstitial music to go from scene from chapter to chapter.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I'll buy that. So yeah, so that's what Julia's correct. She mentioned all these things. I think most of them are true. Probably even the bad things. Probably it's all true. And I had normally. Whoops. Let's see. Where is it? Normally there's a Grammy nomination right there where I'm pointing, but right now I got a sealed copy of Daikatana by John Romero, so it's blocking the Grammy. Obviously, that makes sense. Cybertronic Spree. I have not heard of them, Pascal Leroux. Oh yes, yes. I've seen their videos. They look awesome. They're like literally in full cosplay. You can't see their faces, and they are like playing guitar and all kinds of amazing stuff. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, this intro feels like progress. In a few months, there won't even be bitterness for the granny. Yeah, because you know what? She's just gonna get tired of it. Yes, and Jim Plays Games says I have a copy of Masters of Doom. Yes, I do, which it's a very special. Maybe I should show this off today. Let's show it off.
Chell, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is not going to be about music at all.
So this copy
Really.
was actually given to me, not by the author David Kushner, but by another guy. A guy named John Romero says, "To Dan, thanks for being a badass and keep on dooming." And he brought this to me at a concert that I was doing with Sean Paul. So I had the whole Romero family over there at the concert. I had Brenda, I had John, and I had their kids. It was great. We had a fun time. We hung out. I had John literally sitting backstage and Brenda sitting backstage signing games for me
Oh my god.
in my dressing room, which was great. So let me see.
So you brought boxes of games for them to sign.
Yes, yes, I did.
Dan, you're a monster.
This is Brenda's, one of Brenda's games. Not, I don't believe this is the one she's the most proud of, but I think it's still cool. Um, This is a pretty good one. Hard to get now. For some reason, these games have just been skyrocketing in price. I don't know why. You were permitted a dressing room luxury. So yeah, and I've been buying. Oh, there's John and me. That's the concert. So I invited them to sound check because I was like, one of their kids is a musician, and they said, yeah, well, come to sound check, come hang out with the bass player, and you'll get to meet him and talk to him and whatever. So I brought the whole family. I said, you can take pictures, you can do whatever you want. So they're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, of course. Why not? So we had a good time. Yeah, and John, really nice guy. He's helped me out. Brenda Romero is pretty much the reason I'm sitting in this chair on Twitch with Julia right now. Because if it wasn't for her, I'm not even attempting to do game audio or anything related. So it was cool. She's still helping me out a lot and mentoring me along in the games industry and strongly encouraging me pretty much on a weekly basis to, number one, study up on either game design or programming or both, and number two, move to Ireland because that's where their game studio is located, in Galway, Ireland. Yep. Dr. Mikachu is a fan, I know.
Dan, can you fix my camera again?
Oh, yes. Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I thought you looked better this way.
Oh
Oh, no, no, I'm just
It's
kidding.
over now.
That's really mean.
Over.
That's really, really mean. Yeah, actually, Brenda wasn't directly the connection for me to Julia, but she would have been probably the reason I had any half credibility in game design and music. So, Justin Paul says, do I have any good software for making PC speaker type sounds? Well, so yes and no. Yes and no. So the answer is that you could probably emulate and do fake PC speaker sounds easier than you could do the real thing. The real thing is going to be more of a pain because there's not as much software for it, especially now, given the modern stuff that's out there. But you could do like chiptune style, like NES is kind of similar. And there's some articles on it. There's a guy who did a whole album of PC speaker music, but it's not something I've jumped into. Oh, nice. So I got the Discord server, by the way, and I'd see Nightbots posted a link, but there's no actual link.
Oh, good work.
So I'm not surprised. I think I have, here you go. Here's the link to the Discord server. So if you guys want to join and hang out, it's really focused on music, audio production, music production, and then there's emphasis on games as well. It's new. So, it's mostly, right now it's just me and my students, but they're all pretty enthusiastic. We try to post links, especially to free software, because some of the students, aren't with, huge pockets, which unfortunately this industry on the music side takes deep pockets to just get into in the first place. So, I don't know. Just keep in mind, in Ireland, a box of Lucky Charms costs €10 in sugar taxes. You know what's interesting? That would be okay with me. I like the food that's better there. The food is a lot better there. So, in Europe in general, in my opinion. Anyway, that's another story.
No pizza, though.
They don't have pizza except in pretty much Italy. That's about your only option all through Europe. I've never had good pizza outside of the tri-state area, immediate downstate for the most part, and then Italy. That's pretty much it. There's some okay stuff in Washington and Seattle, but Jim plays games. Listen, I love the UK. It's great. I haven't had pizza over there. I haven't had what I would call pizza over there just yet. In fact, what I do like is your Indian food, because I think a lot of the Indian food that we eat is actually British based anyway, which is pretty cool. Yep, our best food is curry. Exactly. There you go. So, did you have pizza in Pisa, Dan? I did not, Jess. And I also didn't have any pizza when I was in Australia. I was there in January, and I don't remember having too much good stuff over there. But that was because I was in the Crown Hotel, which is like a big casino thing, and their food court. Eh. But that's another story.
Dan, Penguin Buster wants to know where you're from.
Originally, I'm from Seattle, Washington, or just outside. If you're from Seattle, I'm just outside of Seattle. But I was born in Seattle, in downtown Seattle. And where I live now is Long Island, New York, about 40-ish miles from New York City. And we have exceptional pizza within walking distance from my house, which is nice. Seattle has some okay pizza. It's not what I would consider. I mean, I just wouldn't eat it there. You'd eat other things in Seattle. Seattle has far superior sushi. So I would definitely go there for sushi.
I will say, regarding the curry in the UK, when I was in London for Adventure X, my sister and I went to this very fancy Indian restaurant called Benares, I believe it's called. There's a
Oh,
Netflix.
Panera?
No, Dan. It's called Benares. B. Again, B.
Paneera.
Nares. Oh my gosh! Dan is full of vim and vinegar today, isn't he?
Oh, jeez.
And there's a Netflix show. I don't know if it's still on there. It's called Million Pound Menu, and it's about restaurateurs or people who want to become restaurateurs pitching their concept for restaurants and stuff. And there's a guy on there who was really cool. His name's Atul Kocher, and this was his one of his restaurants that we got to go to. So that was really nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think the Indian food in all across the UK is amazing. Amazing stuff. Did I ever catch fish in Seattle? What's up, Sean? Yes, I did. I haven't actually been fishing here since I moved here. I don't know. Moved here like almost 20 years ago, too. So, Julia, you were saying that you would like us to do some transitional music tonight.
Yeah, and I told you, Dan, to listen to the Dagger of Ammon Ra soundtrack because it has some fantastic examples of this exact type of music I'm referring to. Yeah.
I wonder if we could find that and share it with everybody, because we won't get a copyright strike for that. So let's see if I can find it here. Dagger of Ammon Ra transition. Let's just do the whole soundtrack, and then we'll find the little transition pieces. I hate this remastered stuff. I mean, I get that people like it, but hold on, Dave Orr, because Dan didn't do his homework. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I told him to do this probably months ago, but more recently, probably last week.
Yeah, but I was on vacation last week, so I didn't.
So yeah, listen to the Grundislav says listen to the live MIDI version.
Live MIDI version? What's that one?
I think that's what it's called. It's the one that Dylan Dow Music has on his site, I believe. Oh, never mind.
See, I don't like that stuff because it's not as the composer intended. This is probably close, but this says it's remastered. That bothers me.
Okay.
Whoops, let me turn off this stuff.
A nice Penguin Buster. You're writing some music that fades in and out based on dynamic gameplay. Grundislav has done that for one of his games.
Golden Wake and Lamplight City both have adaptive music, is what you'd call that.
Yeah, we're not really doing that at this stage. We're just kind of keeping it really simple.
I'm not so much a purist, Grundislav, but in this case, because what we're going for, it's kind of supposed to be that, hence the MT32 headache that I've given myself.
That you did literally give yourself.
Let's see if this has. Let's see if they're Sweden. They have. Okay. So they have the Harlem Swinger Speakeasy. That's cool. They don't necessarily say that they're transitions.
No, they don't. They just have them as different track names. And Blaholson says it's loud.
The music is loud. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Chris Brayman. Yes. Introduction, opening scenes, Act 1. Well, there's Act 1, so they only labeled Act 1.
Yeah, you just have to know the game to know which one would vaguely which one to. is really long though. Like,
Very. Is there a cutscene?
yeah. I think this is probably for when she travels to New York or something potentially.
Okay,
So
let's
this is
try
not
another
exactly
one.
the transitional thing, but yeah.
You can read all these, right? Which ones are we at here?
Oh, give me a second. Like your head is in the way, so I can't. But
Okay, I'll move it up.
let
Is
me
that better?
let me look on the Discord if I can find that.
Oops, sorry, I just killed it.
Oh, you killed it. Okay. I think one of them I sent you links and timestamps and stuff.
You did?
Too.
What year?
It's in our chat.
Oh, I don't know.
But I'm gonna try to remember some of them. So one of them would be
I think this act name is the introduction music, maybe.
yeah.
Bill Kuhn said, "How is the SD50 different from the MT32?" So the SD50 is way later. DOS gaming and all that would have been long finished. The MT32 is it's kind of in a weird space where they use MIDI to control it, but right after the MT32, they released this standardization of MIDI called General MIDI, which made it much easier to use because they still use that standard now, today. The MT32 predates it slightly, and it just makes it really clunky to work with. Yeah, so it's not too fun. Let's see. I think it shows the act number during that music. Yeah, it may. Yeah, pick out the short ones. That's a good idea. Let's do that. I was thinking this museum.
Okay,
the museum thing is pretty short. Taxi to the museum.
And I'm just trying to see it, but okay, that's that one. This one. Yeah, that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's basically supposed to sound like Gershwin. To me, anyway. It's supposed to sound like Gershwin of some kind. A lot of this music sounds like Gershwin.
Oh no, that's not what I want. Oh no.
Yeah, so that's supposed to sound like Gershwin, but also with like a undercurrent of what's the word I'm looking for? Not anxiety, but anxious. I guess it is. That's kind of.
Yeah, Van Holten had a good point. Pick the short ones. They should have time things.
And then it's silly at the end. So yeah, that's kind of cool. They do have timestamps. So here's a minute one questioning the witness. I don't know. The museum investigation theme, that's like 3 minutes.
Yeah, we want something. Yeah, the short ones are good, but I mean, if you just listen to the whole thing, you get an idea of what they were going for overall.
Yep.
Some of them are quite short.
This is all very heavy detective music to me, right?
Yes.
Does that sound fair? Fair analysis?
Very fair. Grundislav says, Dan, I feel like we should do a podcast about all the musical influences and rip-offs and adventure game soundtracks, original soundtracks.
I'm down, brother. Anytime you want. Except times that Julia wants me to listen to the full soundtrack of Dagger of Ammon Ra.
Which you said you were totally going to... You said you were going to do that on the weekend.
I'm sure I did. The Stairway theme is quite short.
But you know what? It's good that we're showing this now because I showed this to Dan as an example of, not my exact sound I want, but...
This sounds like Star Wars to me.
Really, it's descending down a spiral staircase. Hey, Stevie Wonder.
This sounds like, you ever play TIE Fighter? This sounds like when you first get out on the mission. It reminds me of that.
Well, I've not played it, but I know like in the Star Wars music, they have stuff like this.
Yeah. Let's see here. Then we have, this is the secret passage, the Dagger of Ammon Ra. This is what you've been waiting for. More Gershwin.
Oh, I see. You know, for someone who says you can play 1,500 to 2,000 different pieces on the piano, you sing it a lot more than you play it.
Well, that's where it starts, right? Doesn't it have to
That's fair
start
enough.
in your head? I mean, the whole goal of piano playing, for somebody who is, let's go to these theme riffs. For somebody who is an improvising pianist, that's their whole goal, to be able to play what's
Nice
in their
studio.
head.
No, Dan got me worse way more times. He started early in terms of sass.
She sassed me before I had a chance. She was on stream by herself. All I could do was chat, but I did. And I feel like we should do. Oh yes, definitely. Grundislav, we're on that. So it almost sounds like the Kobold Cave in QFG1. Yes, I like that. I totally agree with you. Similar stuff in QFG1. And who was the composer of Quest for Glory 1? Anybody? Donda, you're killing me, man. Oh, I've screwed that up. Yes, Bill Kuhn and Eden Waith got that right. It is Mark Siebert, probably my favorite Sierra composer because he did my two favorite King's Quest games. My third favorite was King's Quest 3 until I saw the Renaissance playing it the other day and saw the ending and how many atrocious walkways there are, and I no longer like that game. That's evil. Although I do like the fact that Al Lowe's wife composed it. And I believe on the Classic Gamers Guild podcast, when they interviewed Al Lowe, if you guys haven't seen that one, that was with Anna and Rick and I think Paul as well. They interviewed Al Lowe in the last maybe 2 weeks, or the interview came out in the last 2 weeks, and he mentioned that it was his wife that composed the music.
Nice.
And I think there was more than one game, but I know King's Quest 3 was one of them in particular. Yes, so Eden Waith, you got to check it out. I was able to check out a piece of it, even though I was supposed to be checking out the Dagger of Ammon-Ra soundtrack.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Anna put the link for the podcast, the CGG podcast Al Lowe interview.
Cool.
I haven't listened to it yet, but Al Lowe is a great storyteller, so
he sure is
guaranteed to be a good one. Yeah.
I like his jokes too. He's like, you know,
Oh,
say,
no.
oh yeah, you know, like, oh, I really liked your games. Oh, when did you get out of jail?
What?
Yeah, he said that to my buddy Scott. You met Scott in at the Sierra party last year. Scott was there. He said he got really drunk and stayed a long time. He was the voice of Littlefoot in The Land Before Time 2, 3, and 4. He probably would have said that, I assume. Did you meet him?
I was in the basement the whole time demoing my game, and I didn't speak to anybody who didn't come within 2 meters of me. So
2 meters.
yeah,
You were
I
in
kind
the
of missed
U.S.,
out, I feel like.
so like 6 feet.
Hmm?
Anna knows Scott. Yep. Scott is a former Hollywood actor, now teacher.
I see. Chill, good to see you. Have a good night. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Who's out of here? Did I
Penguin
miss somebody?
Buster. Penguin Buster, she's a musician.
She was social distancing. Yeah, she's ahead of her time. Oh yes, his sister, Andy, or is it Annie or Andy? I think it's Andy, is his sister, and she was the voice of Sarah in the movie Land Before Time. Yep.
Bill Kuhn said he found Web Captioner. It only runs on Chrome currently, but it requires no setup or sign up. It's great, and I totally 100% agree.
Is that the
That's
one?
That's why I love using it.
Is that the one that you use?
Yeah, and it's pretty good, or it can be amusing when it's not good. So it's like a win-win situation either way.
Yeah, nice. So I was hearing before I was hearing. I was hearing that theme in the lore, or at least the influence of Gershwin in that. So here's the thing, though. If we're going to do chapter markers, Are we doing one for the first chapter introductions?
We could.
I think we should, right?
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't think about
So
it, but yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
think we
for sure.
should. Two things. Well, two or three things come to mind. One, we can't obviously share too many of the other chapters. Maybe we can share chapter 1 marker and chapter 2 marker because I
Yeah,
don't
for sure.
think.
Those two for sure.
But after that, it's going to get tough because,
Yes.
right, without revealing too many spoilers and maybe
Yes.
ruining the game before it's released. So the idea is this, right? We're going to try to keep most things to the demo or things that don't have any spoilers to the game because the chapters, there's at this point, I believe Julia has 7 chapters to the game,
Mm-hmm.
or that's the plan, to have 7 chapters in the full game. And right now, what you can play, which I don't know if I have the links. Can you maybe post a link to the game, the Steam link and the itch.io link?
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
To the game, because you can play it if anybody here hasn't played it. You can play the demo for free on Steam or on itch.io. And yeah, I think we'd like to have them different because I think they would reflect different moods. Each chapter is going to be a different mood. Like chapter 1 is entitled Introductions, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And chapter 2 is entitled, are we allowed to say it?
Yeah, yeah. If you remember, I don't remember.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I should know this, but I don't.
Well, you wrote it.
I
And you
know.
made art
It's
for it.
terrible. I
Can you
can't
find the
remember.
art asset? No,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah, yeah. I'll be able to. I just need to. After I link the. After I link the Oops.
Oh yeah.
After I link
Roy.
the game, I'll do that.
Yeah, so I would like to have different little ditty music for the chapter markings. And I don't think this would be as short as a ditty. I think you could get away with playing a little bit more. But it'd still be pretty short because we're not doing, other than the intro, there aren't going to be super long animated sequences. Like if you've ever listened to the King's Quest 4, I probably talked about this. Has anybody ever listened to the King's Quest 4 soundtrack, MT32 soundtrack on YouTube or something? Yeah, you can definitely make up whatever you want about the. So if you've ever listened to that, the longest, I think there's what do they say? There's a 14-minute intro, 14-minute. Hold on, let me see. Don't I have it here? Yes. They advertise this on the box. Over 3.0 megabytes of computer code, the largest computer game ever produced. And you know how I know that's true? It really says it right here on the back. 3.0 megabytes, the largest computer game ever produced. Unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable.
A full-length cartoon introduction to the game, approximately 10 minutes of running time. Unbelievable.
Excursions.
Excursions. That's chapter 2.
Chapter 1, introductions. Cool. Chapter 2, excursions.
Let's see, what does this say? 40 minutes of original music composed and performed by William Goldstein. Famed television series, Hello Again, a Touchstone film. Switched On Classics, a top record album. Very nice. My friend had a cassette that featured the MT32 music of the late 80s. Was that, no, if you do the Grundislav, if you do the game speed like Julia plays through Crimson Diamond, it'll be in about the intro would be done in about 30 seconds. But yeah, the MT32 cassette, was that the cassette that came with the Sierra? There was a Sierra demo cassette. Is that what you're talking about? I've been trying to get a copy of that for myself for my collection. But I have not yet acquired one. Yeah, I mean, 10 minutes of running time, you still have a lot of games that are like that. I mean, plenty of those games. What was I playing recently that had super long? Oh, Yakuza has super long cutscenes. Yakuza 0, tons of cutscenes. So, I mean, it still happens in games. And certainly if you're, I don't know, if you're in the visual novel field, that's, you know, I never put this together, Julia. You can call me an idiot. And if Dr. Mikachu is still here, she can also call me an idiot. I never put together that a visual novel was really that. it's really like a full book. Like it's a video gamer's way of reading a book, right? Is that a fair assessment?
Uh, in a way, well, kinda.
Because a lot of times there's not a lot of decisions to be made, and the decisions often are like gameplay, I should say. Yeah, graphic choose your own adventure,
Yeah,
right?
so it's not really just a visual like novel in terms of it being utterly linear. There are multiple
No, no,
endings you
no,
can
no.
go
Not that
down,
it's
but
linear, but it's that it's similar to a book.
oh yeah, I'd say so.
It's more like a book. See, I was going into them expecting like a lot of gameplay,
Hmm.
and I'm like, uh, yeah, okay. And it took me this long, this many years. I was today years old when I found that out. Embarrassing.
Well, it's not a very common genre. Well, it's becoming more common now, but when we were growing up and stuff, they didn't really have them here too much.
Yeah, I guess DS was the first system that kind of had them, like
Hmm.
the Phoenix Wright games or Ace Attorney or whatever. Weren't those the Okay, Feroy, if you put pineapple, it's no longer called pizza. Don't call it pizza. And what did it say? Bill Kuhn, it linked the Sierra cassette. Yep. And it was basically an advertisement. Oh, didn't I send you a picture this week of a game that I got, and I sent you a picture of the MT32 advertisement?
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
yes, you
let me
did.
get that because that's pretty cool.
It's relatively speaking, yes, but for this crowd, it's very applicable.
Yes, exactly. So I got this copy of Space Quest 4, which is odd because it is for Macs.
Amiga
Ah, Amiga
Bill.
Bill. Yes. I've been talking about the Amiga all day, Amiga Bill. And Sam Tacky. Wow. The heavy hitters. Okay. So here's the advertisement. And the CM32L is another version of the MT32 that I believe had extra sounds or sound effects or something. But basically this came in this was an advertisement that came in the game. So if you want to buy your better sound, oops. Oh, let me change the view so you can actually see this. There we go. There's a smart guy. You had two options, and oh no, not with one option. All for the special price of $545 in 19. Well, what year was Space Quest 4? 90, 91, 91 according to this. This is the Mac port. Yeah, but it was yeah, I don't know. The full 32 voice synthesizer. I'm not sure. I guess the MT32 must also be 32 voices, but the CM32L was an uglier version that was slightly more powerful, but did not have a display.
I've got this magnet that looks a lot like the Amiga symbol, and I think it's a coincidence, and I'm going to grab it really quick
Oh, the
because Amiga
Boing
Bill's
Ball?
here.
That's awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, no, Amiga Bill. So here's the thing. Amiga Bill and Sam Tacky, as a matter of fact, both live relatively close to me in the New York area, and they're both in New York. Oh, that's the Amiga Ball.
Well, it's not technically. I don't know why this is like this, but yeah,
What's
the
the
magnet.
football team? Is it the Czech Republic or
Yes,
Croatia or Croatia? I
Croatia.
think it's
It's
Croatia.
Croatia.
Croatia that looks like their soccer jersey looks like this. Football.
Yes.
Yeah, so Amiga Bill and Sam Tacky will know that pizza can't really be eaten outside of this relative area of the planet. They will know that. No, Anna, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I did not see that. See, Amiga Bill could have pizza on the beach because he lives in the right area. He lives just north of New York City, and you can get proper pizza over there. What if an A minor 11? Depends on how you'd want to voice it, I guess. Jim plays games. I apologize, sir. My heart goes out to you. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm simply trying to tell you, like, Don't fool yourself, when you're outside of the pizza circle. Now listen, every food here isn't great. That's for sure. Despite being New York City, there's a lot of foods that are just not good. Uh,
Such as?
Sushi is, for the most part, outside of a couple of extraordinarily expensive restaurants, is not that great here. It's better on the West Coast, far better.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, obviously Japan. See, that's what Grundislav is a perfect example. He's a transplant, just like I am. We ate pizza, but we moved to the proper place to get it, and it changed. Sam Taki's also not from New York. He lives here now, but he came from a place that certainly didn't have proper pizza. Certainly. Now we have it. And Amiga Bill says, I still have 2 slices, but he's trying it. See, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, do you have a way of sharing your screen with the introductions of the game? The chapter marker where it just shows introduction?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, I could just share a screen of the games, no problem.
Yeah, that would be
Totally.
cool. I just want to see
Yeah.
the introductions piece and just get a visual in my head.
Hold on. I don't think the test one. Let me just check something real quick. No, okay. The test one I have up right now does not have that. So just let me quickly modify that. No, I'll just talk about pizza more, and I'll have it ready for you. It's okay.
Both Francisco and Amiga Bill at the same time say it's the water.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and they say the bagels because there's a good picture I have that shows good bagels across the United States, and it shows this little tiny sliver in New York, and then nowhere else in the U.S. has proper bagels. That's really true. That's
It's
very
like
true.
soft water, hard water, minerals, something.
I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Nobody's really ever been able to decide it. Well, no, Edenwaith, what you're talking about now is the Gowanus Canal. You don't want to have anything to do with that. Mount Royal bagels are the only real bagels here in BC. Yeah, our bagels and pizza are definitely top top shelf. There's not much better that you could do. Certainly couldn't do those better anywhere else on the planet. Pizza outside of Italy. I think that's about it. I don't I don't think there's. Yeah, Montreal, is that Justin Paul, are you saying Montreal bagels? I think you probably get proper bagels up there. Just because there's pretty close proximity to where we are here in New York.
Oh, so you need the right kind of oven, probably built with the right wood or clay or whatever they use. All that.
Kim ABG says my big box Red Baron came with a discount voucher for a Red Baron frozen pizza. Yes, yes, yes. I do remember that. There's a couple of them. The Ninja Turtles NES game came with a pizza coupon, a discount pizza coupon. I'm trying to remember what else had a pizza coupon. I knew about the Red Baron one. Not too sure. Yep, the pizza sucks in California. Oh, come on. But Francisco, you know as well as anybody that the California Pizza Kitchen is kind of a sick joke. Just like the
And,
Olive Garden.
and
What?
Boston pizza,
No
which is a
self,
Canadian thing.
no self-respecting Italian will eat at the Olive Garden. Like it's like blasphemous, you know? Come on.
Canadians in chat, how do you feel about Boston pizza? I say it's the worst food you can have at a restaurant.
I'm not even too sure what that is. I wasn't familiar with it.
It's the most disgusting pizza ever in a restaurant ever.
So here's the funny thing. Jim Plays Game says, do Italians generally praise New York pizza? Italians generally make or made New York pizza. So yes, definitely.
There is good pizza in Toronto, by the way, just to let you know.
See? And this is Francisco is unfortunately is has already been the guinea pig for all of us. He's been gracious enough to share his traumatic past with us, really. He said he used to go to California Pizza Kitchen and Olive Garden before moving to New York City because yes, in Florida and only knowing Florida or that area, you would do something, blasphemous like that, right?
Thank you. The Canadians
So
are weighing in, and we all say Boston pizza is a crime against
technically
food.
food, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so can you see my screen here,
Yes,
Dan?
we're sharing. We're
Oh,
sharing. We're just
okay.
looking at Crimson Diamond at the moment.
Okay, so you'll see, there's the intro, and we're gonna get out of that, and it just pops up with like this.
Yep. Okay. So do that one more time. Can you do
Okay.
that one more time? Is that
Yes, I can.
possible? What's the end
Yes, I
of the intro? The end of the intro is when they're coming in from the car at
yes.
night. Okay.
So it's when they come into the front of the place, it opens the doors, they go in into the front hall, and then they all go their separate ways, and then it cuts to this.
New Yorkers move everywhere, so thus good pizza. Yeah, that's true. Also, Chicago style pizza to me is not exactly pizza. You're just kind of stretching the definition, which really should be calzone or something like that.
I will say though that the pizza we get in Toronto is usually from people who come from Italy, not people who come from New York.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I've not eaten much other than Jamaican food in Toronto because every time I've been in Toronto, it's been with Jamaicans, and there's a great Jamaican population there, so we get proper Jamaican eats over
Yes.
there.
Yep. Do you want me to just go through real quickly the whole intro or something?
Greasy Spoon Diner Pizza? Oof, no. Tomato ketchup? What in the world? What? Holy cow, guys!
This is very upsetting to Dan.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm upset that the abuse you guys have been subjected to. Carrabba's, yeah, that's another one. You guys have been subjected to some horrible things. I apologize for that. I do like all of you, and I wish you the best. But please don't hurt yourselves this way any longer. The fishing guy. Does the fishing guy make a cameo later in the game, or can we not reveal that?
No, I don't think he does. I have
Oh,
no
okay.
plans to have him do that.
Okay, so this is his only scenes.
Yes.
So let's see. He doesn't have any speaking lines, right? So we don't have to
Nope.
pay him union.
Nope. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Asian food, yeah, in Toronto, yeah. What about Jamaican food, Sam Taki? You know you've had Jamaican food. We had one of our dancers is from Jamaica. Excuse me, her mother's from Jamaica and she's from Toronto, and she
Hmm.
brought the entire band and crew Jamaican food that she made at her house to our
Uh.
hotel. We have a nice picture with
Oh.
her. Uh, the choreographer, actually. She's not even a dancer. She's our choreographer.
If you ever want to know what the Kickstarter stretch goal amount is for pizza for pizza guy for fishing guy reappearing?
I mean, we should have a stretch goal. I'll send you guys dry ice pizza where it's like, cold. It'll stay cold. I can get you proper pizza. Literally within walking distance from my house. Proper pizza. And by the way, pineapple is not even on the menu, thank God. Holy cow. So, did you happen to put in the what's it called? The ragtime music?
No, not in, I don't. You did you give me ragtime music?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I I don't think I put it in here. I think this is just all theme music.
For the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the car. I don't know. We haven't got there yet. Let's
Yeah,
see.
so Amiga Bill, these are some of these are what you'd call placeholder art. This train would definitely function in the
Yes.
placeholder art here as well. But
Yeah.
Nancy and Kimmy, the actual characters and the animations are legit. The facial
Yeah, except this part
animations.
here where Kimmy glides because I for some reason haven't made her walk yet.
She's a
But yeah.
ghost. Yeah. And now we're mostly out of placeholder art.
Yeah, I don't think I put in the ragtime stuff if you
Okay.
gave it to me.
You said you were going to put it in the car or something like that.
Yeah, I think I might have probably forgot to do that.
Tondagasa, where are you? What state are you in, or what country are you in? Blaholtzen says reheated pizza isn't the same. Well, here in New York, we would disagree strongly with that. You can actually eat it cold. It's possible, or reheating it in your toaster is totally fine. Toaster oven.
What?
Toaster oven, excuse me.
Okay.
not toaster. Don't put it sideways. The cheese will get all over your thing, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that sounds like a fire.
Oh, Tonda's near DC. Okay, yeah. You're not too far. DC, I'm not too sure you could get proper pizza down there. It's a little too far out of range. It's not that far from where I am. It's about 4 or 5 hours. Sam Tacky and I made that drive down and back in one day. That was not fun. We went down there well, actually, I think he flew down. We went down there in the morning for a show, and I drove back the same night and took him with me because we live pretty close to each other. That was not a fun day. It was a lot of driving and a long day.
Yeah, see, Justin Paul, he brings up Neapolitan Pizza, and that's the kind of, if you want good pizza in Toronto, you're going to have to pay like a lot of money for it, and it's going to be in a nice Italian restaurant.
Interesting.
So that's what he means, like that particular kind of pizza, where it's like these personal sized pizzas that are pretty small and they're like $15 or something, but they're really good.
Well, that's what they cost here. They're not cheap. Certainly.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yeah, like a slice is like not. You can get $1 slice in the city, but the average slice is probably $2-3, $2.50 or more. I'd say my cheap slices are like $3 a slice for just one slice.
I did not incorporate the ragtime music, Dan.
The Force was certainly with us on that night, Sam Tacky. Damn. Okay, so yeah, there's a little bit of ragtime music, and I wonder if I can find that and play it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just like to
Dan,
hear.
this is the last part of the. This is the last part of the.
Here we are.
Thing. That's going to lead into the chapter transition. So here we go. Pop the door open. They go in. They talk more, and then disperse.
What time is it approximately? It's just before dinner time.
I mean, it's before dinner time, but it's a late dinner, so it's probably like
9, 8, 9.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're in the fall.
No, it's a late summer.
Late summer, Indian summer, late summer. Okay. Oh yeah, but you're up north, so you get night. No, it shouldn't be more daylight. I don't know. Anyway, that's all right. Okay, I'm just trying to picture feelings now in my head. What do I feel?
Mm-hmm.
What am I feeling? Not me. What are your feelings here? What are the feelings you want to express at this point?
Right. Well, it's been a long day. You started in the morning, at work in a completely familiar place, like work a day, every day type of thing. And at the end of the day, you're somewhere you never imagined you'd be.
But so
at the end of the day,
you have some nervous excitement then?
Yeah, you're tired, but you're kind of, you're excited. You're anticipating. This is a completely new situation, completely new people. And, there's an anticipation because, you are waiting for it to become dinner time. It's kind of exciting, but also it's a little, you're uncertain because it is a new situation.
Okay, and I want to hear this before I go there. I want to hear this here. Let's see. TJ Megahammer, 24 hours of darkness and nothing but pineapple pizza here. Oh my God, my apologies. My heart again goes out to you. We'll send prayers, smoke signals, all kinds of things for your well-being. That's the wrong version. Let's see if I have the actual. Well, we could play this version.
Are you playing this band? I mean, not now, but listen to you.
I'm not playing it. I did play it though. And that's the end. That's where it ended.
When the music starts playing, you get really low.
Oh, okay. So it's in D flat. I don't remember this how the damn song goes.
Nelson says it sounds like Mario now.
So that's the synthesizer that's making you feel that way. Bill, you're a sick man. Those are not pizza topping cornbread. Those are not pizza toppings. You can't call it
put
pizza.
corn
when
and
you do that.
mayonnaise in Japan.
No.
They put hamburgers on pizza.
No.
Like a whole hamburger with a bun and everything.
No.
Not just
No. That's not pizza. That's silly. There's a difference.
So Dan, I'm thinking if we put the ragtime thing in the car driving time.
Does it make it too silly sounding?
It could be a little too silly sounding.
Mousimus says sounds like a silent comedy movie soundtrack. That's an awesome. I'll take that as a huge compliment. That's awesome, because I mean definitely ragtime was that at the time, especially early on. I'm just trying to to paint myself a picture here. Now, so we're in D flat. The theme is in E minor or G major if you prefer, and the ragtime is in D flat major. So I'm just trying to think where we would go next. If we wanted to move music nerdy, we would go to B flat of some kind. To move down in minor thirds, but we don't have to. That's not. We could stay. Now here's the next question: does it sound majory when we get to that introductions piece? Does it sound minory to that? You're going too fast, Julia.
What?
Can you go back to the beginning again? I'm using this game as. Oh, why don't I have you, by the way? Do I not have a?
No, because I'm sharing my screen. That's why.
Oh yeah. That's why. Hello. Majory, you feel like, Anna? So major typically is what they would consider happy versus minor, which would typically be considered sad. That's a very basic way of describing things. But
Davoid, the bed sizes here in these rooms, those two beds are the same size for sure. Like they're definitely cheating.
Eden Waith says macaroni and cheese pizza in Wisconsin makes sense. No, nothing about that makes sense. No. Macaroni and cheese in Wisconsin makes sense. Pizza in Wisconsin does not make sense. I have been to Wisconsin. No. Pizza, no. Pass. Oh, let me put the actual correct Discord link because it's not there. By the way, we have a Discord server. I say very loosely because it's me who has the Discord server. It's mostly associated with music production, but there's going to be focus on games as well, and join that up if you want. It'll be a good time. It's at the moment it's my students, but we're opening up for everybody to be involved, and we are adding a lot of links to free software that is good for making music and all kinds of cool links in there. So you've got Kimmy writing away. You've got Nancy in a new place, kind of excited, kind of nervous, kind of been told some, I don't know, strange news in a way because she thought she was coming to stay at a lodge and hang out for, how long was she supposed to be sent for originally?
Not clear, but yeah, no, definitely wasn't expecting, there's so many things that happen unexpectedly.
Would have been like at least an extended trip.
Yeah, at least a few days.
Right.
Yeah.
But what happened was...
We also have to think of it as like the player and how the player, this is the first time the player's assuming control after seeing all this stuff.
Yes. If they didn't press escape.
Yes. So maybe it's a little welcoming at the same time, like welcome to the game, right?
It's like a welcome, okay. So that was totally different song. That's a church song if anybody knows that. It's called Welcome Into This Place. That's what it made me think of.
I see.
I play in church. Well, I used to play in church every Sunday until we can't have church right now. But welcoming. I'm just trying to think of what's... I feel like this is the wrong sound. Maybe that's my problem.
I thought it was a good sound. You know, something warm and
It's
welcoming.
too, I
and
think
it's
it's occupying too much of the frequency spectrum. Well, this is a CCM or gospel, really more of a gospel song, Davor. The church I play at is mostly folks from the Caribbean. So we do a lot of gospel stuff. We do a lot of CCM, modern gospel stuff too. Paul Simon. Judith Butler's lover says, I would like to ask Dan, when he composes, does he organize his ideas based on harmony and chords or melody or modes? Yes. All of the above and then some. And what I do is I spend a lot of time thinking about it usually before I play. I can't do it here because I'm more on the spot, but generally I try to get a mental picture of how it sounds first. Like the theme for the game kind of kicked around in my head for a little while, even though I didn't have the exact melody how I wanted it. I had a general picture of what it was supposed to, a sound picture. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I had, a general idea of what it should look like, sound like rather, in my head, but kind of an abstract version. And then when I went to the keyboard, I kind of already had that in mind. So that's kind of what I would normally do. More baseball music instead. No. Let's see. Why am I stuck in the middle? No, I got a good Paul Simon story that I don't think Julia knows.
I don't know it.
So I never
No.
worked with Paul Simon, but after I graduated college, I went to a school called Stony Brook University, which is in Long Island, about 30 or 40 minutes from where I live now. And it just so happened that the bass player, Bakiti Kamalo, from Paul Simon's band, lived like not far from the school and played locally. And he actually was the first guy that hired me to do local jobs. So I worked with Bakiti for probably a little bit over a year, and he's famous because he played bass on the song You Can Call Me Al, and that cool backwards little bass solo that's in there that's, legendary, that's him playing on the record. But it's kind of interesting that I had such great mentorship, even though I wasn't, to be honest, I couldn't play too well at that time. I was okay, but I needed to get a lot better. I think what a lot of those people have seen in me is the drive that I had as opposed to the talent. The drive, in my opinion, always beats the talent. And thankfully, not simply just drive, but also, some direction as well. So yeah, that's my cool little Paul Simon story.
Nice.
And I've never met Paul or anything, but Bakiti and I still talk and see each other, and he'll send me a nice message on Facebook, telling me how proud he is of me and things like that, and it's pretty encouraging. So,
Well, Grundislav wants to know if you have did you do the composer trick of making up melodies based on sentences?
No, never. But I do know of it.
So what is this?
It's if you guys ever, I've mentioned this video before, but there's a video on YouTube. We should kind of watch it together. It's id Software. Let's see if I can swap us to. Leave it where you are, Julia. Don't change your
Sure.
screen. So we'll jump. Well, you could actually. I guess you can change your screen to back to you if you want.
Back to me if I want.
Yes.
All right, we'll
Id
see.
software. I think this is it. This is it.
Say that again.
I swear to God, not good.
So let's see here. This is Doom. Here we go. Visiting John Romero. Oh, here we go. So, Bobby Prince, the composer for Doom. Here's what he's doing.
There's one song that.
Oh, Dan, can you fix my camera?
Yes.
I
sorry.
broke it again.
So, Bobby Prince is talking about a game. I think this is Commander Keen Dreams. I'm pretty sure that's what he's working on at this point.
The MIDI version of it, which is a much better instrument, the general MIDI, better than the Sound Blaster or Ad Lib and that sort of thing. And originally this song was written, this did go into Keen 4.
Right.
Yeah. Or 5, I can't remember.
5 Aliens Ate My Babysitter.
I can't remember which one it was in.
Pretty sure it's
but
Keen
anyway,
Dreams.
Originally, I wrote this to go into Keen Dreams,
Oh,
which
there you
is,
go.
some people call it the lost episode of Keen. It was done under contract. Ed had a contract to do games for Soft Disc, and Soft Disc needed one more game, and so they decided to do a Keen game, and it was called Keen Dreams. And the idea is that Billy Blaze goes to sleep and dreams about, his mother had told him earlier in the evening that he had to eat his vegetables. So he had this dream about vegetables, and I don't know if you've ever seen Keen Dreams, but carrots come after him and all sorts of different things like that. Anyway, this song, it was supposed to be played during the opening when they're sitting at a table and Billy's sitting there not eating.
Oh, okay.
And it's got his mother, his father, and his sister at the table with him, is the way I envision this. And his mother goes, "You've got to eat your vegetables." So she's going to do it here in a minute. Here she comes. She says, "Do you hear me?" She says, "Billy, got to eat your vegetables." And there's Commander King. "Tell him, Daddy." She says, "Tell him, Daddy." So his dad goes. He goes, "Now." Billy's still sitting there. His sister now realizes she can get him, so she goes.
Great.
That was supposed to happen during the opening, and I could see the camera, the angle being different for each one.
So I assume that's what Francisco is talking about. Does that sound right?
Yeah, he said Nate Chambers did it for a couple tracks on Shardlight.
Oh, well, I love the Shardlight soundtrack. But no, I don't compose that way. I just never learned that way, and I don't know. You certainly could, and if it works for you, I would run with it. I know Francisco's not an aspiring composer, but he is an aspiring what's the damn instrument that I can't think of that uses circular breathing? Didgeridoo player. Yeah. So I'm aware of the idea of it, but it's not something I personally have worked on at this point. No. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty cool. Yep. I believe the didgeridoo debut of Grundislav will happen in Rosewater when that game is released. And I don't think we have a release date or year, but I want to say it's next year. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think it's slated for 2021. I don't know. Francisco can correct me if I'm wrong about that. Because by the way, if you don't already, you should follow Francisco, aka Grundislav. he does a lot of streaming during the daytime of art streams as well. So-
Tomorrow afternoon, he's doing his
Oh, perfect.
Western
See, there you go.
Wednesdays. Yeah.
So yeah, and Rosewater looks really good. 2021. Yep. Okay, that's what I figured. So, yeah, cool game. It's going to be really awesome. Yeah, and yeah, right. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen, but yes, that's the idea. The idea is next year. Looks really good. I like the I like everything about it so far. I like everything about it, including the didgeridoo debut, public performance debut of Francisco González on the soundtrack. Which, by the way, Francisco, there's a really cool, is that a YouTube video that you guys did with Mark where he shows he plays this little silly, what you think is of a silly little violin riff. It's like a half step, and I hear it, I'm like, what is this? And then I watch what he makes it into, and I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic. It's just great. And then there's a video of showing Francisco playing didgeridoo. Can you link that? Do you have the link to that? I would love for people to be able to watch that, or maybe even we could sit here and watch it. That would be pretty cool, because I love that. I think it sounds amazing. So here's the question, Julia, I have for you. I'm still
Yes.
trying to put this together in my head. Am I right now? What time frame am I looking at in terms of like how long should that intro be? Because it's got to be the chapter mark. It's got to be pretty short, right?
Yes.
You sent it to me in email. Did you give me a time on the email? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so. Oh,
Okay.
well, I probably said probably just about as long as the Death Ditty, like 5 to 7
So
seconds.
it's pretty
really.
it's pretty short.
short.
Then.
Up to 10 maybe seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Something super quick, just to I guess it almost indicates, yeah, that you can play now almost, and that a section has been reached.
All right, so let's play this because I just love this. So this is our friend. Oh, I'll put the Discord link there because I screwed up on Nightbot. But let's take a look at this real quickly. This is our friend Grundislav.
Alright, we're going to be recording some
All right, what are we
didgeridoo.
doing today, Mark?
We are recording some didgeridoo today and some violin. And look at this fine thing. I actually have not, well, I saw it at New Year's,
Yeah.
but we're going to see it in the flesh. Right?
Whoa.
Look at this thing.
It's the finest from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, it's from Florida?
Well, I ordered it on eBay and it came from West Palm.
Is it
Beach.
bamboo?
That's an excellent question.
I
I don't
know.
think it is,
Well, this is going to be cool.
but that'll be fun.
I have
And
bamboo
here's-
invading
tell
my
me about
yard.
this violin. What is the story here?
The story is, I got it in high school. I started
Oh.
playing in 4th grade.
Is this like your learner violin?
No, it's like the step up from the learn, so it's
Cool.
It's definitely like a real one.
This
Yeah.
is quality.
I put a cloth on it just because
Ah.
I have a delicate neck.
Look at this sheet music and everything. This is a professional setup.
Let's stop this here. This is the sheet music for Francisco to read, and if you read music, this is actually quite funny. He needs to count 9 bars of 6/4 time, then another 4 bars of 6/4 time, then 4 bars of 6/4 time, another bar of 6/4 time, which is all rests, by the way. He doesn't come in until bar 19 in 6/4 time. Plays unpredictable rhythmic growling, which lasts for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Then he's out again. I'm not even sure. I guess there's probably a full score that Mark has composed, but he took the time. This is not actually a joke score. This is probably 100% accurate to the teaser trailer version 8 of Rosewater. Just to give a little background that probably I just made up some of it, but it's probably accurate.
We've got here didgeridoo composed by Mark Bennis. This is and with with unpredictable rhythmic growl.
So what Francisco just read are actually rests. So there would be nothing going on at that point.
Growling. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is.
Well, that's up for interpretation. You can start off even. I don't know how it works. Where maybe you have to start off strong to get the actual drone.
Depends.
So we can kind of.
Yeah, I could just start. It's fine.
Okay, and we can always fade it in post. Okay, coming to you. Okay, good. Let's just do one more of those. I need to write more rhythmic stuff so we can bring you back and just do.
Excuse me.
It's me going.
That was really. I actually loved that sound. That was literally. That was the closest you've done to what that sample sounded like.
Well, I
You
guess
were
we
like
figured it out.
purring and like growling. How are you doing it?
I'm just rolling my tongue while blowing. So going.
And Mark must live in the city. That's why you're hearing all
Whoa.
those sirens.
While also going.
That's going to be part of the
And then going.
theme. Trailer music.
So it's.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Really getting into this now.
Yes.
Through the siren.
Oh yeah. This is my favorite part, I think, other than Francisco's didgeridoo playing.
The master at work.
Because you hear it, it sounds like it's gonna be nothing, and then you hear it in the context.
Okay. We'll switch over to 2. Okay, I need to grab 2 notes for this.
Oh no!
We'll grab one more of
The
this.
score is ruined!
The score is ruined.
That was the riff I was thinking of. Woof. Oh, it's glorious. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Francisco, great stuff. Mark, great stuff. I know eventually they're going to get some I think their own streams going with Grundislav and Mark Bennis doing some stuff. And did you see, by the way, did you yeah, the link here should be here somewhere. Francisco, do you mind reposting, or Julia, can you repost that link?
Which one?
The one that the video that we just showed of Francisco's.
Oh, I don't have it.
It's somewhere in the
It's
chat. That's right here.
You got it?
Yep. Boom. There you are. Yeah, right? It's really cool. So like you hear that and you're just like, okay, what is that? And then all of a sudden it's this huge, epic score. Unbelievable. Yeah, right? Illy Swank says they went perfect. Yeah, it just works. It works. So that's that's a clip, like a teaser of Rosewater, which is the game that Grundislav Games is making currently, and you can watch him work on that tomorrow. I love that. I love that. So that's the reason that's so cool is so the Deluxe Duck says, from what I've heard of Rosewater, Mark is somehow making it sound like a Western, but also part of the Lamplight City universe. Yeah, that's awesome. That riff is Bill's theme from Lamplight City, by the way. So if you've played Lamplight City, you would know Bill and how the universes relate. And you can, if you haven't played Lamplight City, play Lamplight City. It's great. And the same composer, Mark Bennis, the same game designer, artist, Francisco González. And I really liked it. I definitely took a lot of influence for Empire of Sin, which is another game that I'm working on with Romero Games. That I took a lot of influence, especially from the intro of Lamplight City, because oddly, for some reason, we're all kind of set in these weird, although it's an alternate universe, we're kind of all in some kind of era in that in that general vicinity of time period, right?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Like Francisco's kind of an alternate history / like some future technology, but also you're kind of still in the 30s, I think, but it's hard. You can't really tell exactly. And then Nancy is in 1914, and then Empire of Sin takes place from 1920 to 1933. So we're all like early part of the 20th century ish. It's, give or take. So, do you remember last time? No, it's great. It's great, Francisco.
No, it's great, Francisco.
I think sharing this stuff is awesome.
Yes,
I think that's how we
100%.
all learn from it. So that's a clarinet type of sound. Maybe a harp or something.
Yeah, maybe something. I kind of feel like I want the player to be excited that they're going to get to play now, like.
Yeah. I like that. Not too far. So I feel like it should end somewhere. Should it be a resolution? This is going to play, yeah, just Bill, this is just the chapter title overlay. So it's pretty quick, 5 to 7 seconds-ish.
Yeah, I think I might have said 7 to 10 potentially on the email, but I don't remember now.
Yeah, it could be that. Somewhere between 5 and 10. How about that? We don't know. Probably 5 is short.
Yeah, probably that's a bit short. Yeah, something like that. That's short. And I like how it ends on a kind of a high.
Something like that's pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we're in. So maybe we need to go.
I like how mellow this sounds.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're close. Let me record. Oh, hold on. Let me copy and redo this again. Oh, the Keen Dreams video. I will put that on right now. Share, copy. Whoops. You know what's funny? I like the other key better. I like this key better.
It's good.
I don't know if Amiga Bill is still here, but this reminds me of the Defender of the Crown. Something like that. Something along those lines. What do you think?
I like it. I'm wondering if it should relate to the theme at all, or what do you think?
See, that's my question too, but how many times are we going to call back on that theme before we annoy people?
It's a good question.
Yeah, that is the question. I don't know the answer to that question, but why don't we run with a version of it now?
Mm-hmm.
What version? I don't know. This is Guitar 1. Interesting. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. How long is that? We're at 10?
Somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this. This is MIDI channel 59. Let us do this. We need to create a new session. Whoops.
And I'd just like to take this opportunity to remind myself and everyone else that I do have some photos for Dan to go over.
Oh God.
Let's see what you can remember. And I also have questions related to those photos, actually. Just something just general.
Well, let me record this first before I forget it.
Please do.
Let's see here. So this is patch 59.
Oh, hey Anna, welcome back. We're actually getting something done. Can you believe it?
Close. I gotta re-record that. Maybe play it once more. It's close. It's like right, almost there. Let's try one more. Thanks. So the melody needs to be. Can't sing that high. Somebody else can come up with the sentence that it's supposed to be. Son of a, what is going on here? Okay, there it is.
Nice.
Almost. So what Davar pointed out is actually 100% correct. Son of a. I think that's it.
Which
Except
is sentence seems more
except they
appropriate
didn't
for a strong
record.
melody like a character theme.
Now, hopefully Quick Punch saved my butt right here. Nope.
Nope.
Nice. So I finally nail it. This is why the record is always supposed to be recording.
Hmm.
I think that's it. And yes, I'm going to fix 1 or 2 notes in post right now.
Yeah, a strong melody like a character theme, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a pretty strong melody. It's a
No,
character theme.
what Davor was saying was a sentence seems more appropriate if you're doing, or is that what you were saying, Julia?
Yeah, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I played one wrong note in here, I think. I like that. Now,
Now,
should I add some other parts to it?
ooh.
Maybe like a bass part or a
Mm.
little strings part or something like that, just to kind of give it too low. Oh, son of a...
What?
No, this is just the quirks of working with old hardware. I set it to the wrong MIDI channel.
I kind of like that actually.
We could put it there. There we go. probably didn't even notice that it was anything there.
No.
One more time.
Yep, definitely.
It's too loud. But yeah, that's the general idea.
Mm.
Maybe one other or two other parts. Let's. I like that. Enya. Which Enya song? I like Enya.
Ooh, we have 3 people for Enya.
We have more, right? How many do we have? Oh, 3. Eden Waith, Jess, and Judith Butler's Lover. Yes, it does. Now we could get interesting.
We have 4 people for Enya.
All right.
I'm wondering, actually, come to think of it, would this be good for the end of chapter 1 when Nancy goes to bed?
So better for the introduction of chapter 2?
Well, but better for like, oh, like at the end, before the thing happens, the cliffhanger happens. It's just my night is over and I'm going to bed now. It almost feels like you've completed something.
Could be. And then the cliffhanger after that.
Which is just gonna be probably no music.
That's
or some
cool.
Spare.
Yeah, interesting points, and I agree with you guys. If you think about it, I really like the part, but now you say the conclusion, it makes more sense. Because it's not really exciting.
It definitely sounds like a conclusion.
Yeah, it's not exciting. Interesting. So these are what we typically like to call happy accidents. It becomes not happy when you cannot use the music for something else. And you've just wasted all your time.
Well, whatever you do, we'll find a place for everything. Pretty much.
Be careful what you wish for. Now you might wonder what I'm doing down here because I don't think you can see it.
Nope.
But I'm literally writing patch 26, patch 72. Why? Because for some reason, Pro Tools doesn't save my MIDI channel or selection of MIDI channel message sent, so it will change sounds on me like for just for fun, which is very annoying. So then I have to reset it, and I have to know which patch I set it to. Why, I couldn't exactly tell you, but
Because you're using really old software?
no, the software's new.
Oh,
I'm using old hardware, but I'm doing something old on new hardware, I guess.
okay.
No. Just play it backwards, and it'll be the opposite of a conclusion. No, you know what it is? It's the chords. Maybe what's an imperfect cadence? Is that like a plagal cadence? Or is that the one that ends on the 4 chord?
I love that we have music people here because I don't know any of this stuff.
Does that just mean an unfinished cadence? Does not sound completed 101 method? What would get you really excited? These are all conclusive. So, like that would be kind of more of a... no more R. Kelly. I think that's the Space Jam theme anyway.
I've not seen the movie.
Isn't Kiss from a Rose in that movie also? Isn't there a Seal song in that movie? Whoa! Okay, so I guess we know that our subscription sounds are too loud. Sam Tacky,
Yeah.
thanks you for the sub, sir. Way too loud. And I turned them down too. See? Problems.
They are so loud.
Holy
I
crap.
turned mine down to like 7%.
Yeah, that's serious. 7%?
Sorry, guys.
So that tells me, this is another question, by the way. Is our audio
Hmm.
levels that far off? I guess it is.
It's just the notification for some reason, it's incredible.
No, but I think the reason that's so loud is because we're too quiet. Like, but it doesn't look like, on OBS, it doesn't look like that. But if let's say if you use Twitch, everything's pretty low, yeah. But OBS is lying to me and telling me that it's pretty loud. Like, I'm sending proper gain staging. This is my boy Sam Tacky telling me. Sub needs to be loud. Yeah, bro. This whole stream we're quieter than usual? Okay, well, let's just turn this up just a little bit and see if this helps at all. Are we any louder now? Is this a bit louder?
So before I lose this comment, Judith Butler's lover says, yes, a plagal cadence or any cadence that does not end on the I chord or ends on a heavily inverted or I chord or dissonant I chord.
So,
I chord?
yeah, what
L?
they're meaning one chord.
A one chord.
Roman numeral I. One.
I see.
Right. So basically, it, and one. So in Roman numeral chords, if you're gonna use Roman numerals,
Okay.
the I, as you're saying, or
One.
one, with
Yes.
a capital one would be a major chord. With
I
a
see,
lowercase
okay.
I would indicate a minor chord.
Gotcha.
And what they're saying, a heavily inverted, yes, but a plagal cadence does end on the one chord. So a plagal cadence is just, so you're going from the 4 to the 1, right? Or 4-1. Oh, that was not a plagal cadence. I don't even remember all these things, these terms from school. But it basically a 4-1 resolution. The 4 chord. And I'm inverting it. But what they're saying is, Judith Butler's lover is saying, what if you you could go to the 1, but you'd have to invert it. So you'd go, which is a 1 chord, but it's with the third of the chord in the bass, or the root of the chord. So the bass player decides a lot of things in bands and in music. The lowest note decides the chord, which is a weird thing. It just basically whatever the lowest note is, that's what yes, very, very low res pixel art. That's the kind of 4:1 resolution is the kind of pixel art I'm capable of. Yes, a weaker resolution. Exactly. So 5 to the 1, the 5 to the 1 is a very strong resolution. Maybe arguably the strongest resolution you can have in Western music as they teach it in music theory class. A plagal cadence 4:1 is less strong. There's other cadences you can have. A 7:1. There's a lot of them. There's a flat 6:1, a flat 2:1. There's a whole bunch of them. But I think what Judith Butler's Lover's saying, if you don't go to the 1, if you go some, well, that sounds not like this sounds complete, right? Versus this, which sounds like you're going somewhere else. So
Yes.
maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we need something that reflects that. So let's save this part, and then we're going to go on and we're going to start something new.
Yeah, the whole thing, like something opening up. Yeah. Like,
Interesting. That's a little different. We could do something like that, though. So we can do some weird transitions. Too weird. So it would be something like that. Yes. So that was a resolution which I shouldn't have done. Judith Butler's Lover saying it creates a surprise ending, an unresolved tension, like you're reading a story and get to the final page, but it's a cliffhanger. Yep, totally. No more pizza talk. You know, and the upside is that, again, we talk about this. I'm in a chat group for PC game collectors, all this junk you see behind me. And a couple of them are also from New York. Brenda Romero is one of the people in that chat group, and she's from New York and understands my pain when I talk about don't say it's pizza if you use the word pineapple. Yes, don't say it. Sounds very regal.
mm-hmm.
Too regal, like it's a King's Quest game all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And not a 1914 young lady mineralogist, aspiring mineralogist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please don't do that, NHB 93. By the way, he's essentially, NHB 93 is essentially my neighbor, so he knows good
cool.
pizza. He lives within it would be probably a 20, 30-minute walk, but he lives within walking distance of my house. Papa Murphy's. Ugh. That's not pizza. Yeah, you should know the address. That's kind of cool. DiGiorno. Get out of here, Sam Tacky. You know that doesn't even pass for food in most places, except when we're on damn tour and there's nowhere open.
Oh no.
Cook. If you consider putting a frozen pizza in the oven cooking, we have another issue.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too much. It's the sound, maybe. Yeah, sadly, exactly. Maybe we should do something.
Good night, Slat Studio. Thanks for coming.
Later, Slat Studio. We'll see you on Twitter. I didn't know professional TV stations use OBS.
That's
Interesting.
crazy.
They must be much better at it than us.
They went to OBS college.
I don't know. What the heck? I feel like this is still too heavy of a sound.
Yeah, we need because she's like a young lady and she's inquisitive and it's. It's very epic, yeah.
Too epic.
Mm.
You think?
Yeah. It's like it sounds like she's mountain climbing.
Yeah, or riding a horse into the something. There's no horseback riding. Arcade sequences in this, are there?
No.
There should be. Or unicorn.
should.
Sorry, unicorn riding. What's the unicorn's name in King's Quest 4? No arcade sequence.
I don't even know how to make arcade sequences, so you don't have to worry at all about that.
KQ4 unicorn had no name? Really? I thought it had a name.
Horse with no name, Dan?
Very funny. Went through the desert. I don't actually know that song to play it.
Really?
I don't think so. Closer.
Maybe a change of instrument. This one is yeah, very yes, that. Yeah.
No problem. Sure. John Williams won't have a problem with that. He's almost, what is he, 90 years old? Didn't I send you a Jurassic Park John Williams
Yes, I sent you the other one.
The kazoo or something. What was
The
it?
recorder,
Recorder.
yes. Classic. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh my gosh. That's not bad.
What if we did something like something ragtimey?
I don't hate that.
Maybe we could do that.
Yeah. We could do that.
Something. We're in the right direction.
It's brighter sounding, you know, it's like, hey, this is the show, it's showtime.
Something like that. Like that. How about that? We're pretty close now. Patch 7. And it kind of references the ragtime piece that happens earlier.
Yeah, which that we're gonna be using anyway. I like the longer at the end.
That's better. A lot better. Maybe that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not a great melody. That's better. Or no.
Ooh.
Yeah. Something like that. There we go. That's it. And just ending on the tonic. No secondaries, tonic stuff. So the problem that we were thinking of, DJ Megahammer, is that it sounded too much like a conclusion So if we end in a weird place, it kind of like feels like, oh, now you should do something. So we want to kind of give it that tension. You could do it like that and then end
I
it
kind
there.
of like that.
You want to end the whole thing?
I think it's okay to have it end kind of like that because
it's silly.
it's kind of silly, and it also
Jaunty.
you know, it's
That's the word you
the
use.
intro's
jaunty.
over, now you take over. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Like, yeah, like I like that. Sounds. Yeah.
What did I play at the end? I gotta remember it now. P-I-Z-Z.
P-I-Z-Z-A. This is fantastic.
You like it?
Yeah, a lot.
I think I'm just gonna fix it. But yeah, you got this. This chord is nice.
Deluxe Tuck says, you ever see those videos of ragtime pianist Tom Breyer riffing on video game scores?
No.
That sounds amazing. Do you have a link?
Yeah,
Deluxe Tux?
hook us up, man. You know? Feel free. Like, we don't have any link bias. I mean, if somebody starts spamming it, we'll fix it. But yeah, feel free to put cool links and stuff in there. Yeah, I turned off the recording. I'm going to try to record it again. I'll probably fix it. Yeah, pretty close. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So DJ Mega Hammer was right after all. We were wrong. See,
What did
this
he
is
say?
he said why not just end it on a tonic?
Hmm.
And you know what? This is my theory of whoever has the best idea wins. I think that's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it. Gin and tonic. Oh, yeah. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Yep. Ah, I screwed it up. Or did I play it twice? Yeah, I played it twice. We could use that. You guys want to hear where we started? It's kind of nice to have a reminder, but at the same time, we don't need it. So now we've done 2 small pieces.
Yes. So we have something for the beginning and the end of the chapter, which is amazing.
Nancy goes
Yep.
to bed. Even though these are in the wrong order. Boom. I feel pretty good about it. How do you feel about it?
I really like the piece. I'm not 100% it goes where we're saying it does go, but I think it's definitely going somewhere because it's really, really, really good.
Cool. Well, here's
Yeah, and
Deluxe Tuck says it could be its own thing. Did you hear the thing we played
Mhm.
before? We kind of have a ragtime-ish piece in there already. But we could, I mean, I could change the key and make it into a new song entirely. The nice thing about having the MIDI, I can literally just, whoops, wrong button. Change the key if I want, if you guys can see this. Transpose it. Let's see. It's in D flat. Let's put it in like A flat. So that's 6, 8 whole tones, so it's semitones.
Mm-hmm.
Probably too high, maybe. What about E flat? So let's undo that, and we'll put it up 2 semitones. That's still D flat. Hold on.
Good too.
No. Sam Tacky, you got to remember he's my ears. Literally. On stage, he's literally in my ears. He'll say, "Yo, that guitar sound is too whatever. You got to pull some of the bass out." All right, turn that up about 2 dBs. Nope, not enough. Turn it up just one more click. All right, right there. Leave it. Save it. He literally walks me through the steps. He wants to make sure I don't forget. It makes his sound overall better,
Mm-hmm.
but it also makes my sound overall better, so we both win. We win like Charlie Sheen, you know?
I don't know.
No. By the way, I saw a video of Charlie Sheen. It was kind of disturbing. He was like he was really drunk at a drive-through, and he just went to some
Oh.
random car and like was like talking to the people.
That sounds
It was
awful.
a very awkward conversation. Yeah, Tiger Blood. I don't know. You know, I really like him as an actor, but it's sad. Sad situation. key sucks. That's the right key. Whether it fits exactly where we think or not, we don't know. Why is there a place that you're allowed to say, or can we not say? Is it something we got to
No, I
discuss
think,
off
I mean,
the?
after hearing it more and more, I think it will. I think it's going to work well there.
You know what it is too? I can't actually say how well it works really until I hear it in the game, in the context.
Yep.
It's just it sucks. And I still haven't figured out a good way to do the audio with this streaming, obviously, because I can't record
Yep.
the audio from the MT32 as with the setup that I have right now. And I thought I had everything I needed. I bought all these mixers and stuff. It is what it is. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we got 2 little pieces. So should we try to do something else too? Why not?
Oh my gosh.
Or do you want to make me quiz? You want to do a quiz on me before?
I don't want to like disrupt this. This is going great.
Well, I had a couple of other ideas. There's 2 pieces. One was, I don't know if we can talk about it though. We might have to reapproach it at a later date because it was a piece that may or may not reveal something that shouldn't be revealed.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
And then what was the other thing? You know what? One of the other things I wanted to show actually was about EQing, but maybe can I show it in without having a crazy loop? Probably not. Because what I wanted to show, and by the way, when you're on Discord, the audio problem. You too. Have you drank water yet? H2O is necessary when stationary. I have not, and I will. Sam Tacky is not just my ears. He's also my attorney, doctor, and financial advisor, I'm pretty sure.
I hope you pay him well.
He's grossly underpaid. I could tell you that right now. Grossly underpaid. Yeah, so we could do another little piece. I was thinking of 2 things. One thing I want to show off. Maybe we'll do this next time. I wanted to show off some basics of music mixing and music. Not even really mixing. It's more just editing and clearing things up. Well, let's see if we can do this because maybe we can apply it to. Remember how you said I think it was the death ditties were too loud or too quiet?
The second one was a bit on the louder side, yeah.
So let's see if we can figure that out right now. This is not it. Because this only has 1 death ditty. Where's the rest? Or is this it? No. Okay, what did I call my file? Theme riffs? No.
Don't just sort by last modified?
My folder, my Pro Tools folder leaves a bit to be desired in terms of organization is concerned. What is this? Oh, we were messing with this last time, weren't we? This was something else. That's not what I want. Where is my death ditty now? That's not even in the right place. Chapter.
We're gonna just watch Dan rearrange his files and folders.
Oh my God, it's such a mess. Sorry about that. That is what it is. Underscore. Theme riffs. Theme Twitch. Theme. TCD sounds. TCD new. What is TCD new? That's poorly labeled, if I ever saw something that was poorly labeled. This is it, though, isn't it? Yep, that's it. Okay, perfect. So, we're going to resave this. Well, it doesn't matter if we resave it, because we still won't be able to figure it out, but let's do it anyway. So as you can see kind of here the audio, right?
Yes.
These are the waveforms. So we can actually kind of see which one's loudest. The somber death probably was the loudest according to what I'm looking at. So what we can do is we can gain these. We can clip gain them. That's one option. That might change. There's violin death. That sounds a little loud. So you know what, this one isn't necessarily the loudest, it just has the most bass, which is why it looks like that. It's occupying a lot of...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's the higher stuff that tends to end up being louder.
Well, what we can do is we can use a multi-band compressor if we want. That's one option. But what we might just do, let's see. Let's do this on factory default. And then we can see. Yeah, that one's a little bit louder. They're also balanced poorly. I wonder if that's just... Oh no, they're all balanced slightly differently. And realistically, none of these are very loud in terms of audio. They should actually be louder than they are. So let's do this. Let's try this.
Yeah, Deluxe Dex, I'm not that great at the volume management in AGS.
So that one's the one that's sounding the loudest, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You could do it that way, but this is the better way to do it would be to do it with some kind of tool.
Yeah, I can't be relied on to do anything good with the music and the sound. Ben has to give it to me as painlessly and foolproof.
Oops, I got this in the wrong area. It's actually coming in a little hot. you know what? I think they're both playing at the same time. Oh, who follow? DJ Mega Hammer. Nice.
Oh, nice.
You get your. That's the first little riff that I put in there. I got to make a bunch of them. Maybe I can make. Can you make it randomly choose different ones when you have the sub or the the followers or
Good
whatever?
question. I have no idea.
Probably can. That's cool. Thanks for the follow, DJ Mega Hammer. That's pretty cool.
Better late than never.
Thank you, Judith Butler's lover. For the follow. That one still sounds loud to me.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yes, it could be Judith Butler Slover.
It could be, but it sounds better. Judith Butler's lover. I don't know who Judith Butler is, but
No, I don't know either, but I do like it like that. Yeah.
that sounds good. Sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Still freaking loud. Is that my dynamics processor doing that now? Should be smashing it. Squashing it, rather. Probably is. Judd, if but. Probably.
Okay, yeah. NHB93 says apparently Alertbox will let you do random sound rolls for subs and followers.
Yeah, we're using Alertbox.
Yeah, for
On
sure that's
Streamlabs.
something. We'll look
I
into.
just got it. Julia just figured it out last night and was explaining it to me, who doesn't know how to do it. It's just still loud. There's no two ways about it. Oh God. Hold on a second. I'm a dummy.
What? This should be good.
So you were hearing the actual MT32 playing the
Okay.
MIDI information, and you were hearing the audio at the same time. So everything that I was doing to the audio, the MT32 was ignoring completely because I'm not processing it. Dummy. Okay, here we go. Now we should be able to use this guy.
Have a good night, Anna. Thanks for coming.
That's a good story. So Judith, it is indeed Judith Butler. And she does have a lover.
I'm going to read out the story for the benefit of the VOD later.
Please do, please do.
Judith Butler's lover says, my friend is a Twitch streamer, and I made this account just to follow him. And he hates everything postmodernist and gender studies, so I took this name just to annoy him. Judith Butler is a philosopher and gender theorist, that's why. But now I found out I can't change it for 2 months.
So what's funny about that is you're dedicated now to annoying your friend. 2 months worth of annoying your friend.
Good night, Anna.
That's proper dedication. Bye, Anna. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you. And I really like the name.
I do too. I think the name should stay, to be honest. It's a pretty good name. people don't know if you're Judith Butler, or if you're the lover of Judith Butler, or you just love Judith Butler, or you have nobody would ever think that you don't actually care at all about Judith Butler. Simply, you're trying to annoy one of your friends who's a streamer. That's quality. That's dedication. That's the kind of dedication I appreciate for sure. That still sounds a hair quiet, right?
Hair quiet? I never think anything sounds too quiet.
That sounds pretty close. That's pretty cool.
It's getting better, I think.
Now it's definitely quieter. It's a hair too quiet.
Eh. So this is mastering.
No, this is really
No.
just gain staging or leveling.
This is gain staging or leveling. Okay.
Whoa. I'm going to quote that to him because your layered observation is a prime example of postmodernism. It will annoy him even more. Thanks. You are way smarter than me because I haven't barely any idea what you're talking about, but I'll buy that. Ah, Ambersine Zero. What's up?
Good to see you.
Yeah. Welcome. And this is the stuff Sam Tacky will always say you have to kind of do by ear. Like you can look at meters and gauges, but you really have to just listen.
Later, Sam. Thanks so much for your help. Good to see you, as always.
Yes, blessings, sir. Sam Tacky. That one sounds maybe a hair loud.
I can't tell anymore.
I think they're pretty close. So
Okay.
what I end up doing is listening to stuff a lot over and over and over again. And it's tough. It's tough. It gets tough to tell. And you lose perspective and sometimes you have to wait and come back to it.
Yes.
But I think these are pretty good. So what I would do is now... Boom. And now I've exported all of those as WAV files, which I then have to convert to OGG or OGG files because that's what Save Space and AGS likes. You can't use MP3, right?
No, if you do, you have to license the whatever MP3 player.
The interesting thing, I thought the Fraunhofer codec was open now. I thought it was out of copyright. I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Last I checked, but I checked a long time ago. It was like a licensing thing, and I said I'm not gonna bother.
How long ago? Long time ago. Like a year, 2 years?
More.
10 years, 5 years?
Maybe 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, I think it's expired at this point. I think it's open source now, because
Tom's
it used.
Also saying
What's that? What is he saying?
Oh, Tom's saying in AGS forum, someone was posting about it as well.
Well, what happened was Pro Tools, you had to pay for the license to export into MP3 for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared, and now, like, if I want to bounce this as an MP3, I can. See here if you can see this. It's kind of small, but this says file type WAV. I have these options, and I can just go. I can do also add MP3, and there's no license attached to it any longer. But maybe it's something different in development. I was asking Dr. Mikachu the other day about font licensing on her stream, and she says, yes, that's very important. Don't use unlicensed fonts. Julia says to me, I don't like to use unlicensed fonts, or I don't want to have to deal with unlicensed fonts, so I simply made my own font. So now I don't have to license it because I own it.
Easy solution. Well, not easy solution,
not easy
but it's
solution.
one of those ones where
a solution. Certainly not easy. Certainly not the most time-saving solution, but a solution.
But I did buy a book of fonts that has a CD in it, and apparently there are a bunch of font developers and stuff that have their stuff be completely free to use for whatever application, even commercial and stuff.
So like royalty
The only restriction is you can't put these in another book and sell it as another thing.
Right, you
and
can't
make money
sell
off
the
that.
font. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Froy, you made a custom font for your game too? Nice. Yeah, I'd like to see it.
It is fun to do, Blaholtz, and I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't know. If you got Illustrator, there's a great plugin called Font Self you can use to make fonts. Interesting.
Yeah, I told you guys about Font Struct before, which I will put back. I will just put the name. You can. It's a browser-based font developer thing.
Font Struct, okay.
Yeah.
And
so
browser-based.
That's a good one I used
That's cool.
for mine.
I like browser-based.
Yeah, that's a browser-based one. It's free, completely free. Just you can make an account and then you can save your stuff. Like when I checked back on a stream a few streams ago, I showed Font Struct on an art stream, and like I just logged in and they had all my stuff, and I haven't touched it in probably a year.
Good Lord, thank you for the subscription, Sammy Buckets, but holy crap, I gotta make that thing quieter.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna test, to be honest, when we tested earlier today my notifications, I thought we were gonna be testing your notifications.
I turned them way down too. All right, let me fix it right now. Can I do that like live on stream? Does it matter if I do that live on stream?
I don't know. Maybe probably not.
Streamlabs.
Does it just blast your ears out when that happens?
No, I think I should just be able to do it. if I turn it way down, global event types, Twitch sub, it's already at 20%. I mean, what do I do? 7? Is that what you did?
I
to
told you I
yours?
put mine at 7.
Okay, mine is now going to be at 7 and 10. Okay, there we go. No more ear blasting, hopefully. It says they've saved. I don't know if it'll work, but keep it. I like the power for the safety of my eardrums. Yeah, Jesus. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
and even in OBS, you can set it so that you can set the levels in OBS. I've got that down too. So there, I don't even know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I got to figure out this audio thing. It's really should be embarrassing at this point. You know, for me, I should be embarrassed, right? Hold on.
You're not embarrassed.
No, I'm not.
It is like a new thing anyway.
I'm
Twitch is a whole
100%.
other
I'm
thing.
100% not embarrassed, but you know, I gotta, gotta at least pretend like I am, right?
I don't know. I was showing those photos the other time of your MySpace promo pictures, and you weren't even embarrassed at that. So I think your threshold for embarrassment is rather high.
Wow, that was embarrassing.
No, that's not a put down. I was actually just like, oh, well, he's pretty not embarrassed right now. It's kind of amazing.
By the way, I did find one of the pieces I was going to show off on stream earlier. We don't embarrass.
We don't embarrass easily unless mom is involved.
That's very
is what
true.
Sammy says.
That's very true. So this is something that I got recently. This is a Diamond Monster 3DFX Voodoo 1 PCI card.
Okay, do you want to make yourself big so everyone
Oh
can see
yes,
this
that's
glory?
a great idea, Julia. What would I ever do without you?
I don't know.
I would
You
have a
talk
lot
about
more
pizza all
boring
day.
stream. A Diamond Monster 3DFX Voodoo 1 card. And let's see. This is the 4 megabyte version. So I think this
Okay.
is not the I think there's a 2 megabyte version as well.
So why do you have this, and why did you want it?
Oh, well, 3DFX cards, if you didn't know, are somewhat sought after. So this company, yeah, the condition is really nice. I haven't even tested it. I'm not even sure if it works. But yeah, the 3DFX cards were like the earliest 3D graphics cards that were highly sought after for gaming. I don't know if they were the first, but they were the first ones that people liked and used, and they had this thing called Glide, which was I think you call it an API, some implementation that gave early games they just looked way better.
Okay.
So yeah, short version, Dan's an old nerd. That's correct. NHP is a lot younger than me. I had some 2D video card, then picked up a Voodoo 2 or 3. Yep. And they're all pricey now. They're all like, if you buy one of these, you're probably going to pay around $100. So it's,
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of rough for a video card that's 20, 25, 30 years old.
Oh, so I guess people want these in their old ones.
Yes. So you want a 3DFX card. Now that if you can look at this, and if you know anything about modern GPUs, well, I'll show a modern GPU just to compare. Quake used GL, but that was different. Glide is a cut down version of OpenGL, so it's quicker to work with. Interesting. So this doesn't have any cooling of any kind, active or passive, right?
Okay.
So what happens with a modern GPU, and this is a relatively modern.
Oh, did you mute yourself? What just happened?
No, I left and I was trying to find a GPU, which I can now not find.
Oh, okay.
Well, even this is another special, very nice condition video card that I should show off too.
Okay.
This is the Radeon X850 Pro. Now this is an AGP card, but as you can see, the cooling has started to get beefier. Active cooling, whatever. This is still nothing compared to what they put out now. If you look up, I can't obviously take out my RTX card out of my system right now because it's what is using being used to display this and stream to Twitch right now. But yeah, the bottom line is these cards, especially even the 3D Effects Voodoo 2, they have passive cooling, but they get really hot. So I don't even a lot of times use them. Yeah, triple fan or water block GPUs now. My current GPU is a double fan. I have an RTX 2060 Super, which is it's the cheapest. It's the cheaper of the RTX cards, but it's still a pretty good card. And my CPU has a all-in-one water cooler to keep it cooled, which is nice. Yeah, so the 40 got squared to a 60 and we lost antimatter containment, exactly. So I had to hook up the 2D video card to the 3D video card and connect the 3D card so I could play games like Gabriel Knight 3. Yes, that's correct. So this, if you look at this, it has an in and an out, and you have to have a pass-through cable, special cable, in order to use this, because this does not display 3D. Sorry, 2D. It only does 3D. So it's no good for 2D. But these are very sought-after cards. And let me see if I can show a game. Maybe Duke. No, that's Mac. Does it support 3DFX? No. Descent, maybe? Or this guy? Maybe Descent? No, not Descent. Some of them will have little 3D. Oh, Carmageddon will do it. Let me see if I have that.
Yeah, Bill Kuhn, I really like video stream for exactly that reason. There's no fighting over who gets to talk when, etc. And there's no talking over anyone else. 'Cause that does annoy me in real life. You kind of have to pick who you're going to be in a real place with carefully. I tend not to hang around with more than 3 people maximum at once, 3 other people. Oh, Tonda Gasa, you played through Descent with dual flight stick setup last year?
Well, the answer to that question is no.
The answer to what question?
Answer to the question, I do not have, at least I can't think of a 3DFX game that I have right here, right now, because the version I have of Carmageddon is the Mac version. So I think there was only one 3DFX card that was supported on Mac, and it was a lot later.
Yes, Bill Kuhn.
Unless
Yeah.
Need for Speed 3 did. I think, yes. There we go. So there's a little 3DFX logo in there, an environmental audio logo in there that will give you better audio if you're using an EAX card, which is like a Creative Sound Blaster Live or Audigy or Audigy 2 ZS or whatever, and then a 3DFX card. It'll give you some cool like effects, both 3D and then positional or spatial audio. It's pretty cool. So like this is the ideal setup. And Tondagasta said I played Descent through a dual flight stick setup last year. So did you use it with like a flight stick meant for flight simulators, or were you using like something like the twin stick for virtual on or something like that? Yeah. Yeah, I like that too, Bill Kuhn. It's nice, right? You don't have to talk about anyone else. Edenway says pretty much all of his PC components he had in the 90s died one by one. All right, should I do this? I'll do it. I haven't done this yet, but I'll do it. I'll give you guys a little brief, quick look. Hopefully I won't make anybody sick. Well, let me put just on Julia first.
What? What's happening?
Well, I don't want to make anybody sick by moving the camera around.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if you can see there, that's to my right. There is a couple of machines there. This is the Mac that I'm streaming from. This is a Windows XP machine that I'm in the process of building. Behind that is a Windows 98 PC. Right there is another Windows 98/DOS PC. There is a Pentium 3 Tualatin core that I'm in the process of building. There's a set of Roland monitors there. There's a gateway monitor, IBM Model M keyboard. There's another set of Roland. I must have moved them. There's an Apple II GS right there, Steve Wozniak edition. There's a C64 here. Yeah, I'm not selling the Model M, thanks. And then you can't really see it, but let's see if there's over behind there at all. Well, you can see my daughter's car. No, you can't really see it. And you can see my monitors. And I do have a Commodore 64. That's where the rats live, exactly. I'm one of the rats, so I'll give Julia back to her screen so we don't have to make anyone sick again.
That's Dan's little rat's nest.
Yep. Yeah, the 2GS, I'm excited. I haven't even gotten it up and running yet. I'm always tweaking these things and trying to mess with them, and I never have time to do it either, but I do have. That's only just a little small piece of the collection. Like video cards like this, older ones, I probably have 30, 40 maybe.
Oh, Bill Coon wants to see your computer that you look at when you're at the keyboard.
Oh, the monitor? Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's not very well illustrated, but let's see if we can get it. My desk is a bit of a mess, but you should be able to see it here. So there is my MSI monitor, which is a 27-inch. And then you can see down here, there's more junk. But down here, that's a preamp there. There's a mixer there that I'm using. There's another, that's a compressor there. This is a copy of Space Quest 4 still, that I didn't move out of the way. This is a very nice gamepad, by the way, if you have this one. This is excellent Bluetooth gamepad. You familiar with this one, Julia?
I'm on delay, video delay, so I
gotcha.
can't really see it yet.
It's compatible with Switch. It's compatible with PC. It's really nice. I'm showing you my OBS settings. I don't even know what they are to show you anyway.
Fora is planning a heist on your man cave.
Yeah. Well, I live at 1060 West Addison, Chicago, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody gets that, orange whips all around. Show us your stream key. I don't even know how to show my stream key. If I didn't want to or wanted to, I probably couldn't do it. So yeah, that's a little bit of the setup. And then I didn't even show off the MT32, but this is not the MT32. This is another synth box that I think this is probably the best or one of the better General MIDI era sound sources you could use. These sound better than the Rolands to me. I don't know. But that is sitting on top of my MT32, which, let's show it. Why not? If we can see it. No, there we go. There is the MT32.
Oh, they guessed it. Ferrari said, was that the address from Blues Brothers? And Edenwaith said yes.
Yes, it is. It's
look,
actually not from Blues Brothers. It's actually Wrigley Field, where the Chicago Cubs play baseball. So yes, they used it in Blues Brothers, but it's a real address.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
I think it was listed on Jake Blues's driver's license. So he was like a ex-convict that had just gotten out of jail, and then they were trying to find him again. John Candy was trying to track him down, and that was the address that he used on his driver's license. Wish I could go back and put some money on the Cubbies. What did you just say? No? Back to the Future Part 2? Okay. Yeah, I don't know the YouTuber. It says it's 671 Lincoln Avenue. I don't know that one. Winnetka, Illinois. Gray's Sports Almanac.
Yeah, I saw Back to the Future
Oh.
too, but I don't remember that particular quote.
It's not necessarily like the most important quote from the movie, but it is one of the quotes. So, are we going to play some This Is Your Life? Is that what we're going to do?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. And
Oh, God.
so before we got started with it, because this is just what reminded me about it, is I wanted to ask you, because you talked about haircuts before. You'd gone months without haircut.
Well,
And
the,
you
for the
went fairly
first time in a
recently.
long time. I've gone a
Yeah.
couple of times now.
So yeah, my question is, so when you go to the haircut, you get like a cool musician haircut. So do you go in with a photo of what you want, or do you go to a cool musician barber who gives you what he thinks would look good on you?
Okay, interesting question. I just go to a barber. He
Okay.
is I think he moved here when he was 10 or 12 from Uzbekistan. And his name's Rich. He survived a crazy, horrific brain tumor.
Oh wow.
While I was going to see him, I messaged him one day, and he messaged me back saying, yeah, I'm out. I have this. I'm like, you're kidding. I thought he was joking. He wasn't joking. He was totally serious.
Mhm.
Sammy Buckets actually went to see him as well. But yeah, so I never asked him, or I never brought a picture or anything. He just, I said, dude, I got to get something good for this. And he just hooked it up. And then I changed it recently. I did, just because. I don't know.
Okay, wait. So you said I need something good for this.
I had like a TV show or something that I needed for, like a TV appearance, or I wanted to change the previous haircut that I had.
Judith Butler's lover said he goes in with a photo of Pink. Apparently that's not true.
I love Pink. She's fantastic.
So you said so do you
So
remember what TV appearance
what Judith
was?
Butler's lover is saying is that I have the same haircut as Pink right now, which is cool. I'm good with that. My 12th grade student ID had perfect hair for me. For many years afterwards, I took it to my barber.
See, everyone's got a story here. That's why I asked this question.
But here's the
because-
thing: when you go to your barber for like years, they kind of just know, and especially as a guy, you go probably a lot more often than you would go as a woman, right?
Okay,
A woman doesn't necessarily want to be chopping her hair every 2 weeks or every week.
right.
So like my barber has weeklies. People go in there weekly for a touch-up. I
Mhm.
try to go every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
My hair grows kind of fast. So
Mhm.
I try to go every 2 weeks, get trimmed up, and that's what it is. I'm not sure this is like the most entertaining thing, but that's the actual story.
What are you talking about? You talked about this guy from Uzbekistan who had a brain tumor. That's not interesting
That's
to you?
true. Yeah, that's true. No, his name is Rich. He's very good.
So how did you even find Rich?
I think Yelp or one of those websites. And I went, and I would have tried another place if I didn't like him. He actually owns the barbershop as well. Him and his brother.
So you were clearly at the time you were looking for Rich, you didn't have anybody at that point.
Well, so I moved from Queens to Long Island
Okay.
where I lived. And in Queens I
Okay.
had a barber. I had a Dominican barber named Ralph. He was great.
Okay.
But it was too far of a commute for me. It's too far to go like an hour just to get
Right.
a haircut.
And so Rich originated this haircut. Is that what you're just saying?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago he just hooked it up like this, which is a change from what I had before pre-pandemic.
Okay, so
Where I
who
had a
originated
line
your
and
other
stuff.
haircut then?
He did both.
Okay.
And then before that, it was a girl in Queens by my old house, who then they stopped taking men at their salon, so I couldn't go there anymore.
Hmm.
And that's when I found my next barber, which was what's the name of it? I forget it, but it was right by my house.
And you just said do whatever.
No, I kind of asked for something that I needed. I don't remember, but this is years and years ago. But yeah, you really should do haircuts, once a week, twice, once every 2 weeks. I mean, if it depends on what you're trying to portray. And for my job, it's kind of important for me to appear well groomed. So that's what it is. Yeah. No, I didn't necessarily say do whatever, but I kind of knew, like, They know. I know. You know, we just, I don't know. There's like an unspoken thing. Rich does a really good job. Rich and Famous Barbershop in East Meadow, New York.
Oh,
If you
that's
wanna
the
go
name
see
of it.
him.
That's great.
That's the name of it. And him and his brother Pete own the place, and they're both barbers there. And yeah, no, Great Clips is not a barber shop. I'm not touching that stuff.
Okay, so did you tell Rich like what your profession is and all this, and
Yeah,
then
he
he
knows
kind of
all
came up with
about
it
it.
from
He's
there?
a Sean Paul fan. He loves it. We talk all the time.
Okay, so he has some context.
Yeah, we talk about our kids and all kinds of stuff. Sure.
Okay.
See, when you become a game dev, you won't have to ever cut your hair or shave ever again. So I don't know that I would change. I don't think I can now. Gabriel Knight's
No,
hair.
no, you can't. You can't go back.
I don't think so. I wouldn't be able to. It was an original haircut. Tondagasa, that's a quality dad joke right there. I'll give you a golf clap for that one. Do we have any golf clap emojis? We need some.
Yeah,
I got is this
there
one.
is like there's no applause, but I guess that's not a golf clap.
Any programs are encouraged to groom as little as possible. I think that's not true, but I think that's what happened. I think that's
I
what
do want to
people
do
think.
something different with my hair. I just don't know what.
Well, I know John Romero grows his hair now because of his heritage. He said he wants to respect his Native American and Mexican heritage, and that's why he grows his hair long, which that's cool. But that guy definitely takes a lot of time taking care of his hair. The same guy cut my hair for the first 18 years of my life. So check this out. My father's barber, he's been going to the same barber for 45 years. And the barber doesn't cut hair anymore. He goes to his house to get his hair cut by him.
Oh,
He's
that's
retired.
so cute.
He's retired.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. All right. Okay. So I'll bring up the photos now because
Balding long
I
hair
thought
is
that was
definitely
good.
not
You
good.
think that you might think that's boring, but I'm very interested.
Okay. No, my mother did
green
not
share.
take me to great barbers. So if I couldn't even call them barbers.
Oh, it's so
COVID hair.
cute, Tom. Yeah, you same for your dad and his brother. Your first haircut with him aged 2 weeks.
It's crazy.
That's great.
My daughter's almost 2
Yes.
years and we haven't cut her hair. But she's a girl, so I guess that's not unusual. Oh, I had COVID hair on some of these streams. A couple of them.
Okay, here, this photo of you. Okay. So let me do my share screen. So we're going to do a This Is Your Life Dan edition again.
Oh god. Here we go.
See, everyone's got so many really interesting stories. Bill Kuhn said his barber had a whole wall as a mural of photographs of him giving first haircuts to little boys.
That's cool.
I'm telling you, Dan, the hair stories are very interesting. And you had some good insight.
So I know where that picture was taken. That was the end of the first tour run I ever did working with Sean Paul.
Aww.
Sean and his brother used to be on tour with us. He was on tour for many years. I wish he still was. I really liked having him on the road, but he's not. He's basically retired from the road, which is cool. That's when we also had 4 dancers, and those 4 dancers I love and miss. They're like awesome people. And everybody else you see in the picture, except for the guy in the hat on the far left, is still in the group, except for the dancers have been swapped out and him. But otherwise, all the rest of us are still there.
Oh, that's so
Yep.
cute. Why is Sean Paul's like shirt all like wet?
Because we probably just finished the show and he's soaked from sweating.
I see.
Yeah. And that was in France. And it was taken at I don't know if it was an actual fundraiser, but it was some kind of organization that I think it was a show that was put on for all the volunteers that people volunteered for this organization that was a charity in France. I couldn't tell you the exact name. I'd have to look it up somewhere. But yeah, this is still one of my favorite pictures.
That is like a 5 out of 5 response right there.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's a good memories.
We got a time, we got a place. Very nice. Okay. This is great.
So go back one. See the girl right there in the photo?
Yes.
Go back one.
Oh, go back. Oh, sorry. Go back.
Go
one
back to the
foot. Okay, yeah.
previous one. The girl right below me.
Yes.
Same girl.
Same girl.
Yep, when she changed her hair.
Awesome.
That's Kaysen. She is one of my favorite people. Especially, we used to travel from New York because she lives in the area. She left to dance for Beyonce after us.
Oh,
And she's
sweet.
awesome. She's awesome. She's great. And I miss traveling with her too. She was a pro. She kind of she didn't teach me a lot of stuff, but she definitely gave me the ins and outs of the traveling on the airplane stuff, because she always had her statuses and she would bring me on the plane first and all these things. It was great. And then the other two guys in the picture, the one with his arm in front of Kaysen is the bass player Fletcher, Dave All Fletcher, and the one in the middle is Copper Sean, the DJ, Sean Anderson.
Nice.
She put everything in the box to the left, yes. Deluxe Tuck said Floby. The Floby's like a torture device, I'm pretty sure.
And Freud's stepmom clipped the top of my ear. It's
God.
been missing a tiny chunk your whole life. Yikes.
So Furroy is Van Gogh.
Huh.
Yikes.
See, these are good stories. I'm telling you, everyone's got a good story.
It's been hairy interesting. That was a dad joke too.
No. So where is this, by the way? This photo.
I think Guyana, but I'm not too sure. No, it's not Guyana. I'm lying.
Okay.
It's Africa.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, I'll take it.
I think it's Africa. Okay, that's me and Sean. Not first tour, but early-ish. Probably still the first year. This is somewhere in the UK. I think I know the venue. I think it's at what the hell are they called in London? There's a couple of venues. I can't remember the name of the venue, but it's in London.
An Odeon?
No, it's O2. It's not O2. Is it O2? It's one of the No, it's not O2. O2 is a big arena. This wasn't a big arena. This was like a club.
Ministry of Sound?
No, not Ministry of Sound. There's a few of them. They're like a chain or a franchise or something. No, it's not the O2 Arena. This wasn't an arena show. It was smaller. It was I forget. But the name of the place is called Shepherd's Bush. That's the name of the area of London. Tramp.
Asteria?
No, I don't know those ones. Yeah.
Okay. Coliseum? No.
Wasn't a large venue.
But yeah, that's pretty good. I feel like you've studied or something, Dan, because this
No,
you're
I
doing
just
much
remember
better.
these. I remember the early stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Definitely not 10 Downing Street. Probably that's from. I want to say this is the first time I performed on the BBC One, Radio 1 TV show.
Who cut your hair here?
This probably was still Ralph in Queens.
Ralph. Good for Ralph.
Because this is early. This is probably the first year of touring or second. No, I think I bought that chain in LA, so second year.
Well, I'm impressed, Dan.
Yeah.
So you're on the BBC. So who are you playing with at this?
Sean, I think.
Sean? Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Look at my glasses. Who's in the reflection of my glasses?
Oh gosh, never mind.
I don't know. This I think is in Belgium. But I'm not 100%. Because I bought that shirt in Germany. And and it doesn't fit me. So it only fit me for a couple of shows. So I don't know. Yeah, Blade Runner analysis.
Yeah, let's see what let's see the reflection of this one.
Some lights.
Zoom and enhance. Is that what they say?
Enhance. Actually, you know that looks pretty. Like you could zoom out just a little bit. You could a little closer, a little closer. I want it to get pixelated. Like you could use this in like a VGA pixel art game, right? You could just cut out the eyes or whatever. This is pretty cool. Belgium.
It is pretty cool.
I think it was at this. It was a huge festival, but I forget the name of it. In what's the capital of Belgium?
And no, it's not Antwerp. I don't
It's
know.
not Antwerp. I can't remember the city, but I'm pretty sure it's Belgium.
Okay, that's pretty good.
This one I know. This one is easy. So that is, you remember the person that I said earlier in the stream, if you guys are watching. Yes, Brussels, Belgium. That's where it was. If you remember earlier, I said the choreographer of the group brought her grandmother, had her mother make us all food. Well, her mother made us all food in Toronto. So that's our choreographer in the middle, Tanisha Scott.
Aww.
And she is well known because her first video that she choreographed was Sean Paul, I'm Still in Love, which was a huge video. People loved the dancing in it. And then later she also choreographed and danced in Hotline Bling with Drake. So it's just her and him in that video, I think. They're the only two people in the video. So she's
I mean,
great.
if I may, I mean, this is no criticism on her abilities to choreograph, but I don't think Drake can dance very well.
Well, that's not her fault.
No, that's what I mean.
She didn't train him. She just choreographed the video. Anyway, that video got a lot of attention for the dancing in it anyway. So
yeah.
yeah.
No, that's great.
Now
I like this picture too.
Now
It's very happy.
this picture is in Jamaica, and I want to say it's the Shaggy and Friends show.
Mhm.
Because I was exhausted at soundcheck, and that's me literally like I was like asleep in the transport vehicle waiting for them to call me to come over to do soundcheck because we had just I think we had to be up super early for a TV show, and we flew in and rehearsed all night the night before, and it was crazy. We did a local TV show in Jamaica that morning. We went to soundcheck midday, and then thank God our show was until the night, so I actually got sleep before the show. But yeah.
Everyone's commenting on Tanisha's Nickelback t-shirt.
Tanisha is a smart girl and a smart woman, excuse me. And I just I have a lot of trust in her. So whatever reason she's wearing Nickelback, it's a good reason. I don't know why.
There has
but
to
it's
be a good reason, is
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yep, and I trust it.
Okay.
And as you
Say
can
no
see,
more.
she loves the band. That's a real smile. So I don't know where the hell this was taken, but it always looked to me like Nigel, the guy on the right, is photoshopped in the picture, which he's not. Doesn't it look like maybe we're all photoshopped, but we're
Yeah, it looks
actually
like
there.
you're all photoshopped in this picture.
We're like really there. I'm pretty sure this is Germany in Munich, actually, but I could be wrong about that. No, it's hard to say. It's either Germany or London. I mean, UK.
All right.
Couldn't tell you.
All right, well, that's good enough. You ballparked it.
Yeah.
This is something I want to ask you about.
I know where that is, I think. Do I know where that is? Zoom back out again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on the Jamrock Reggae Cruise
Ooh.
in, I guess it would have been 2014. And we cruised, we did it twice. One time we went from Miami to Jamaica, and I think this time we went from Jamaica to Miami. And all I remember was
Awesome.
it was a disaster getting off the boat. It took forever to get out of customs. And I feel like they held me for some reason, or they just held all of us. I don't remember.
Was it the stuff you put in your hair? Is that why they did that?
My
is
hair. Look
this?
at Sean's hair.
Wait, it's the right color.
Oh, that's just a light on my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't dye it or nothing. Did you have an electric violin back then? And how many passports have I gone through? I'm not sure, but I've had to go to the passport office in the city more than once, like last minute, to get a passport. Feroy, do I have an electric violin? No, but I did play and work with an electric violinist called Mark Wood. And we played a 300 piece orchestra and choir at a stadium in Indiana or
But
Illinois
okay,
or
so
somewhere.
is your hair dyed like blonde here, or what?
No, it's just a light. See that
It's
yellow?
just the light.
See the yellow light there? This is
Yeah.
another yellow light hitting me there.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was you done something crazy or something.
No, there's no hair dyeing. I haven't dyed my hair ever.
Okay. And there's the chain again, right?
But that's just me still holding on to the chain. Might have been.
How long?
I still have it.
Okay.
I have
Do
that
you don't wear it
jacket, too.
anymore?
Nah, sometimes.
Is there was there an occasion for it? Like, why did you buy
No.
this thing?
I don't remember. Who knows?
Okay.
I bought it in L.A.
Mhm.
when we were staying in L.A. I forget why we were in L.A. for so long, but we were in L.A. for like a week or something, or 2 weeks. I don't remember.
Dan, are you wearing it right now?
I am not.
Roy says wear it next stream.
I could.
Yeah.
If I remember, I can. If Julia
All
reminds
right.
me, or if somebody reminds me on Twitter, I will. I want to say this is Guyana.
Okay.
Pretty sure this is Guyana. Yes. If I had to guess, I would say Guyana.
No chain.
No chain. This is a lot later. Very
Okay.
uncomfortable shoes. Just having a lot of foot problems. And I flew at least with one of my own keyboards, because this keyboard up here, you can actually see my mouse, can't you? That keyboard right there is my personal keyboard that's right here by me, that you can see kind of on stream sometimes.
You mean the one on the right? Because they can see my cursor, not
no,
yours.
they
I
can
think.
see mine too.
Okay.
You can't see mine. It's this one.
Okay, you can. Okay, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
that's your cursor.
It's the same way I put my cursor on your face all the time.
Yes.
Block
I
you.
thought that was an accident.
Yes, accident. Yes, that's what it is.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Is
is it?
Lighthouse isn't?
It's very possible that this could be Belize.
Oh, Ferrari, you caught him.
Well, we're pretty close. I'm pretty close. It's possible Lighthouse Lager is from Belize, and it's possible this is Belize. I have been to Belize before as well.
Okay.
So it probably is actually Belize now that you say it.
This is a beautiful picture.
So this is me and Davol, and this is in, I believe, Poland. I believe. Pretty sure I'm going to go with Poland. And it's
That's
on
great.
the beach, so you can see in the back here. This is actually, and you can see below us, this is all sand. So we're actually performing on the beach, which was pretty cool. Some kind of summer festival on the beach. He says, I don't believe you. Come on. You're not a dad. You can't tell dad jokes.
I love this.
That is not me. I don't know if
No.
you guys could tell. But that is Davol, our bass player right here on the left. And on the right, this is Kimar Spanky, we call him. He's our drummer. He replaced Mark, and he's actually been in the band now longer than the original drummer that I was with the band with. So he's been in the band, I think, 5 years. And he is from Jamaica, and Davol is also from Jamaica. And they are wearing my hat and logo, if you see it. So those are my guys. They're my family still. We still literally we have a chat group for the band, the four of us, and we're chatting every day. Still, even
Love
though we
it.
haven't been
and
on
I just
tour
love
in months.
having. Yeah, I love that they're wearing that. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
that's just
yeah. We all support each other for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
when I had the hats, I was actually going to sell them at one point. I don't know where this was taken. Oh no, that's on the boat. Yes, I do. That's the dressing room on the ship, I think. Pretty sure. So that might have been from one of the cruises that we did. But if you see this down here, this is Fletcher's Instagram, so you could see it on there.
Mm-hmm. Ferrari said better than Men Without Hats, which is a terrible joke.
I remember being at live concerts where the star introduces each of the musicians. So we did that at some concerts. We used to have like little solo parts, but we kind of cut that out of the show. And I don't know if that was just because it made the show flow better or what. Whatever, it's all good. I'm good with it either way. You're not going to remember my name anyway, so it's cool. Okay, so this is a European tour from 2016, and Sean wore a hat in the promo photo, and it was used all over iTunes for a long time too.
I
so
love
it's pretty cool.
I love it.
Sean just liked the hat, so I gave him a couple.
That's like look guys, like the very emoji we are using in chat today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I see a few people putting it out there in some sunglasses. Oh, that's you, isn't it?
That is me. But Dan, can I just take a real quick wash and break and come back to this?
No.
And then we'll go in like
Ooh,
10 or something. Like, do we
look
need to
at
go now?
this.
Because
I got the black and white one. Nice.
you do.
Yeah.
That's perfect. No, but do you want to like be done now, or is it okay if I go to the washroom and come back with a few more?
All right, we can come back with a couple of more.
Okay, because there's just like way more, and we're not gonna get through them all.
There's way more? Oh, God.
Well, I don't know actually. I'd have to check, and I don't want to. Let's see. Let me see what the folder says. No, there's not a way more. Like we can go through them pretty quick.
Couple of more? Okay, cool.
Well, there's more than a couple. We can stop at any point.
Okay.
But I need to go to the bathroom so bad.
Okay, so do that. Be
Okay,
safe.
I'll be right back.
Be safe. And in the meanwhile, let's do a little bit of this. Next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Making the Crimson Diamond live continues. Painting Pixels with Julia, an art stream for those of you that are artistically inclined. Yeah, and I think it does remind you of the Transformers logo. The Tiger Woods logo. Yeah, I never really thought about that one. My original design, I had like that gradient, like the Transformers gradient thing. Do I have a Transformers hat down here? No, it's upstairs. I had the Transformers like gradient on my thing, and I was like, dude, you got to put the gradient on it. And the designer I worked with to get the logo done, he was like, listen, colors and all that stuff is cool, but no. He goes, if it looks good in black and white, it'll look good in any color. And he was totally right. Totally right. And I still haven't done it. Yeah, Edenwaith. That's the Drake memes. Yep, they still use them. Yeah, vaguely Decepticon-like, even though I'm definitely an Autobot type of guy. Despite the fact, I should show this off. I do always like to show Soundwave off. Usually it's just to bug Julia, which she's not here right now, but that's cool. We can still bug her. She'll have to watch, well, if she bothers to watch the streams. There's Soundwave, transformed into a
Oh no,
stereo.
not again.
Oh, there she is.
No.
Finally, a Soundwave appearance. A wild Soundwave has appeared. I love it. Too many colors.
Great.
So check
got
this
such a
out.
deal.
That's totally right, Edenwaith, and that's very smart too. So like I wanted something like this logo where Sean, and this was actually done by friends of ours in Montreal. But I wanted the kind of gradient thing. But he was like, dude, if it looks good in black and white, it'll look good in anything. And he was right.
Yes.
It's totally right. Totally right.
It's 100%.
I would love to have Starscream. Oh, let me go back to Julia. I don't know. No idea. That's me.
You'll get them eventually.
That's me a few pounds ago. Yeah, I need Laserbeak too. The color 8 gradient of Broken Age. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't played Broken Age. I think I own a copy of it though. Have you played it, Julia?
Yeah, I played it.
Did
all
you
the way
like it?
through. Not really.
No, wasn't your thing.
No, it was too simple. you know?
Gotcha. Too easy to get through.
Yeah, it was, and the art was nice, but like it kind of
Was it?
They were
It was
rigged
3D,
weird. Like the
right?
animation of the characters were kind of weird. What's that?
It was 3D.
No, it was 2D, but like the characters were kind of they were 2D, but they moved in like puppets almost.
Okay,
So
interesting.
it wasn't my favorite thing. At the ending, the ending puzzle I really didn't like because they wanted you to do things in a very specific order, and I knew what I needed to do, but I couldn't figure out the exact specific order. And if you didn't do it the exact way, then it would restart the whole puzzle sequence.
Oof. Yeah, I think puzzle sequences are almost my least favorite aspect sometimes of adventure games. I don't know, even though that's like the whole thing.
Yeah, and it was like and it made I felt like it was setting its own pace, and like it took a lot of waiting to redo the whole sequence again. It was just I didn't really, so that kind of soured me. I think I probably would have had a better overall impression of it had I not disliked the end puzzle as much.
Interesting. Interesting.
Judith Butler's lover says Julia can tell you as an illustrator values and hues. Did I say anything? I don't even remember.
I don't even know what that means, but I believe you.
Oh no, values are just like tone, like light to dark, and hues mean color.
Got you. Got you. Julia put several real-life paintings in the game. I just
Yes.
remembered about Daybreak. Which one was Daybreak?
No, yeah, Maxwell Parrish is an amazing artist, illustrator,
Was
everything.
Daybreak in the art stream ad? Because I'm showing
Did I?
that right now. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Making the
Oh,
Crimson
yes, thank
Diamond
you.
live, painting pixels with Julia. I'm not sure. I'm just not. That's not my strong point. Whoops, Julia. There we go. All right, let's go to the next one because I have no idea where that one was. To be honest with you.
Okay, moving on.
Well, I can tell you most of the people who are in that picture, except for this person here. I don't know who she is. Looks like Nigel's eating. No surprise. Copper Sean is wearing one of my hats. This might be on the boat still. But I'm not too sure. And I'm not too sure of the... No, this is not the boat. There's a... So, you know, I have a box that one day I'll show off. That I kept every single one of these that I've ever gotten from any show with Sean.
Oh, like the lanyard?
Every badge, wristband, whatever they gave us, I have all of them. So they give us wristbands for a lot of shows. I don't put them on. I just stick them in my pocket so I can save them for my box.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you have to show us the box.
They get it's full of stuff.
Nice.
So yeah.
I see.
So
Judith Butler's lover says, in terms of the logo you wanted, for things to look clear in any painting or drawing, values are far more important than colors. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. The hovercraft.
Did we ask Dan about the hovercraft he
What
flew? What?
Is that the sci-fi picture somebody was saying that they had before? Oh man. I don't know.
But I like this picture a lot. This is nice. I
Yeah.
like the composition too.
All of the guys in the picture are part of the group in some way, shape, or form. The band is mostly up front there, but I don't know who the woman is, and I don't recognize her at all, so I couldn't tell you where exactly it is. But it looks like it could be on the boat based off the floor.
Totally a boat. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even know. This is the same as the other photo, except there's Lady Gaga beside you.
Yeah, my friend made a Who Wore It Better, because Lady Gaga did this at the Super Bowl right after I posted this picture.
Okay.
So he kind of like posted a Who Wore It Better. Lady Gaga. I lose this one. I lose this round.
I'm afraid so.
I lose this round. That is Montego Bay, Jamaica at Reggae Sumfest. I don't know the year. I think it was 18 or 17. That's probably like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when we went on.
Holy cow.
Because that show goes till like 9 a.m. It's pretty
Holy
crazy.
cow.
Yep. And
That's great. See, full marks again.
At least I'm pretty certain that's where it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll buy that one. I'll say that one. Although I don't remember Bampson being in Jamaica with us because he lives in London, but it's possible. Because that's my exact outfit. I'm sure that's Jamaica because I wouldn't have worn that. That was literally an outfit they bought for me for this show. Like they styled all of us for the show.
Oh no way! So how often does that happen?
Not often, but it happens every once in a while. And I'm wearing my Jamaican flag too, so
Yes.
I assume that's Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm so curious about the styling thing. So they have to know your sizes and everything. So is it something they have to ask you at that time, and then they just go get stuff?
You know what happens is a lot of the time, sometimes they measure us, sometimes they just buy a bunch of shit and then see what fits and return whatever else doesn't fit or whatever.
Okay.
That's what Shaggy does with his stylist. He just has a guy that brings him a whole bunch of stuff. He buys the stuff that that he's going to keep or whatever, and then he has him return the rest of the stuff that doesn't work.
Huh.
Which is the easiest way to get a lot of stuff quick. Otherwise,
Yeah,
unless
for sure.
if you have a sponsor, it's different. Like then you'd go to them and do a fitting or whatever.
Interesting.
But we were fit for our previous show in Jamaica. We all wore suits, so I had a fitting with the suit maker, and they were custom.
Did you get to keep the suit?
Yeah, I have the suit. Yeah.
So it's not one of your other suits. It's like a good suit.
Yeah, it just doesn't really. It's not really something you could wear outside of that. I don't think.
A suit?
Yeah, it just doesn't work. I don't know.
Okay.
Bill Kuhn, do you do shows? Because yeah, I mean, a stylist. You can just hire a stylist. No, I'm not. I'm not sure they're going to be good, but Sammy Buckets was clothing sponsored by me, meaning he was wearing my old stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure I wasn't
love
wearing
it.
all new stuff either. Yeah, no,
love it.
I'm a huge fan of Jamaica, and I'm not Jamaican, but I'm a huge fan of the country, and if I can do, I've been wanting to do some charity work there, or educational work. We actually did some brief meeting with some students down there, and I'm totally all about that. So I'd love to do that. No money needed, certainly.
Do you know what the brand of the suit is?
The suit was custom made by a guy in Jamaica.
And you don't wear it?
No,
Man.
Carlton Brown is the designer. Yeah, it's kind of
That's
more
awesome.
like it's not a it's like a costume in a way. I still have all this stuff though. I have the jacket upstairs, and the shirt. I think I have. I don't know, and I have the pants for sure. I like the pants. I wear the pants a lot on tours. The glasses.
And they let you
I
keep
don't
it. That's awesome. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, they just buy it for you. Like the first shows I did with Fabulous, the rapper that I worked with, they were sponsored by Reebok, so they gave us all kinds of clothes. We had to wear them. They gave me like 3-4 pairs of shoes. They gave me shirts, whatever. I don't even remember all the stuff they gave us. Yeah.
I'm so jealous of. I love free
That's
stuff.
it. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, there's more, but I'm like, it's gonna go too late. It's
Okay,
always good
cool.
to save some more for next time.
Let's save some for next time, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. Let's see.
Yeah, get me back on for the last little thing.
Yep. Did I put you back on?
I don't know.
I think I did.
I'm good. I'm on delay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm good. Okay.
And now I split us up.
Yes, please.
Nice. And so somebody I just saw was just streaming, but I think she's off now that I wanted to raid. But that's cool.
Yeah, I love free stuff. Free food is like the best thing ever.
So you would like being on tour because
Yes.
that's one thing we get at every show. There's catering. Sometimes we have catering in our room. And then there's also catering in like different areas. Like at big festivals, they'll have like tents set up for artist catering. So you'll go and like depending on what it is, they'll have like meals like laid out. Sometimes if it's really a crazy show, like the last one we did in Saudi Arabia, there's a full catering tent for just us. And it's like huge setup. Like there's no way you could eat all this food. I'm like, I mean, what in the world? But yeah, it's just that's how they go. No, you could definitely go in management, I think, band management of some kind. You probably would get really bored of it really quickly though.
So, and I've always asked before, because they have this great layout, the spread for you guys. So you guys don't stuff yourselves before the show. You guys eat after?
Usually it's before, but a lot of times what we'll do is we'll get them to give us to-go containers, and we'll just put it in the dressing room and then eat it afterwards.
Because who could eat like just stuff yourselves and then want to jump all around and stuff?
It's
right? I
tough,
imagine.
but sometimes the schedule is just tough. So the interesting thing, right? Did you get to make special requests? No, because I'm not that important in the food chain, for lack of a better pun. We do make sandwiches. Yes, we do. There's no M&M requests. We do make sandwiches, and I told Julia this the other day. Our monitor engineer, Sam Tacky, partner in crime, Cooley we call him, he will make tuna fish sandwiches for everybody, and everybody eats them all the time. If he's making sandwiches, he makes it for everybody who wants one, cuts it. Here. You say, yo, I'm hungry, blah, blah. All right, hold on. I'll just make it for you. Here you go. In the dressing room, whatever. And they all have we all have our separate dressing rooms, right? So the production crew has like a production office, which will consist of the engineers, the tech, the managers, whatever. Then we'll have Sean's dressing room, which will be for Sean, his hype man, his road manager, whoever else he wants. And then we have a band dressing room, and then there's a dancer's dressing room. Right? The dancers are the ones who usually need the most dressing or whatever. No, Eden Waith, trust me, there's times when we're just like starving after a show. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. No, but it's great. Because they'll leave all that stuff as part of our rider, so there'll be tuna fish there for us all the time, pretty much. Not every country, but a good majority of them. You know? So yeah, the food situation generally is pretty good. Depending on where it is, you know, sometimes they don't do that. Sometimes they just give us money to buy food and they say, sorry, no food tonight. Ideally, we know that beforehand so we can actually go eat properly before. But yeah, that's the deal. And the food spreads are, depending on where we are, some of them are pretty top notch. Sometimes we go there and we're like, man, this is unbelievable. Like we went to in Australia recently, and actually this wasn't part of the catering. The promoter just wanted to have us there for so long and was trying to get us to do this show for so long. He took all of us to dinner at a Chinese restaurant, I think. And Sean just orders. When he orders, he just gets stuff. He orders for the whole table. So it was all of us, you know, maybe 18, 20 of us. When you were in Saudi, was there a ban on alcohol? Yes. Yes. There is no alcohol in the country. There's no drugs in the country. If you have drugs in the country, you are subject to the death penalty, which seems extreme, but that's what it is. It seems extreme by standards that I know about. Judith Butler's lover. When you find in the bone in your fish, you say this F is sharp. Ooh. Malaysia has the same penalty. Yeah, I haven't been to Malaysia, but I'd like to go there. So not only in Saudi Arabia do they have the ban, but I signed a document that stated I would not participate in certain activities while I was there, including drinking or drug use, and that I acknowledged that that was a rule there. I don't think I think that's one of the more strict places, like you know, Dubai or Abu Dhabi, which is in the country of the United Arab Emirates. Technically, alcohol is also outlawed there, but it is available. Like you can get it in bars and restaurants and hotels, I think, to an extent. Well, I've seen
Are
it
there
there.
are there any Saudi rules that you were surprised by? Like, if I ever go to Saudi, I really should know this if I don't get briefed on that particular thing?
No, I didn't see it. They are the new prince, the new leader of the country, is trying to supposedly relax some of the rules that are there because they want tourism to come in. So pre-pandemic, Live Nation, if you know about Live Nation, had a foothold there, and they were starting to promote shows. So we were actually staying at a brand new hotel, and this hotel was like just put up so quick, just kind of not finished or whatever. Strong prescription medicine. Yeah, I didn't get that deep. I wasn't pregnant while I was there, nor did I deliver a child, so I'm not too sure. I'm sure they have medicine, the same medicines that you'd have, and there's probably abuse of drugs, and there's probably a drug trade of some kind, but I would think if you look at the stats, they're way lower than most places, certainly than the U.S.
Well,
because
the reason I ask is because I went to Trinidad, and before I went to Trinidad, I read all up on stuff you can and can't do in Trinidad. And one of the things you can't do in Trinidad apparently is you can't wear camouflage clothing with
yes,
camouflage patterns on them.
yes, especially I'm not sure if that's in the country, but at the airport, it's definitely true. Yes, that's
So
true.
is that also Jamaica is the same?
No, but
Just Trinidad.
that is true in Trinidad. Yes.
So
And
that's one of those
it
rules where
can
you're
be
like,
a
I would have
problem.
no idea. Like I don't have camo pants or whatever,
It
but
has been an issue. Yes, it can be
Yeah.
an issue. That is a real thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they say it's military.
yeah.
It's related to the military. That's the justification. And yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe they've changed it. I haven't been to Trinidad in a couple of years, but yeah, it's camouflage is not allowed on your clothing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of those things where, I'd be if I had pants like that, I would not bring them to Trinidad, but if I didn't know, then I could just be wearing them,
Yeah. I mean, if you yes, there is literal fashion police. If you were in the military and doing a training exercise and you were expected to be in uniform, then yes, you would be in uniform. But yeah, you're not allowed to like one of our singers had camouflage shorts on one day in Trinidad, and I think it was an issue. I don't remember if he had to change or what. If they just let him go because we were just transporting through the airport. But yes, that is a real thing. That's not just a fake wives' tale or whatever. That's legit. Yep. There's a lot of rules depending on which country you go to.
Yeah.
The smartest thing you can do is just realize that whatever country you come from, you're going to a different one.
Yeah.
They very well may have different laws than yours, and yours don't apply there. Yours means zero there. Unless you're at your embassy or consulate, then you're on the soil of your country. But otherwise, yeah, even in Canada, I mean, Canada has different rules from the U.S. It seems like there's some rules that are just different. Mexico as well. So your penalties for certain things may be more, maybe they may be less. A big thing for Canada, if you have a drunk driving thing on your record, you will have a problem getting into Canada. They generally don't want to let you into Canada from the U.S. if you have some kind of DUI or DWI, some kind of charge like that, which I get. They view it differently, and I'm sure Saudi and places like that would have the same restrictions. Obviously, if you have felonies, typically they don't want to let you in any other countries, right? Funny, since we're all drunks here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just don't want to allow. They don't want to allow. I think drunk driving is the bigger problem. It's a large issue here. It's not such an issue in Europe. I don't know what it is in Canada, but it's a large issue here in the U.S. That's one of our, I would say, one of our big social problems. And you can drink as much as you want as long as you don't get behind the wheel of a car and drive, in an area that's you could potentially be involved with other cars. If you have a giant 30-acre farm and you want to get really drunk and drive your truck, fine. As long as there's nobody around, do whatever you want. But yeah, to be on the road is definitely a social problem that we have in the U.S. for sure. Not that I'm here to pick platforms, but that's one I think that no matter what, you can agree that's not a good thing. So that's I think that's about it. It's a good note to end on. Nice
Yes,
PSA,
it
a
is,
nice
isn't
public
it?
service announcement.
So I suppose I'll be seeing the fixed tracks, the fixed death ditties soon, and the chapter transition, the nighttime and the beginning one soon.
Yes. What didn't I send you though?
What?
What haven't I sent you? You said there was something else I didn't send you.
I don't know. Did you send me the ragtime one? You very possibly could have.
I think I did, but I sent you the MT32 version of the ragtime.
Can you just please send me the whatever, like it again
Yes,
as
we will
as an
make a
OG?
list.
Just because I probably just forgot about it or
Yes,
something.
yes, we can.
And
So
yeah,
I
so
have
okay,
I have a question. Who should we go raid?
that is a good question.
I see a couple people, but I'm wondering if you have anybody else that is on the list. I have the Renaissance and I have Taco
Yeah.
Salad 77.
Yep,
Oh, and
both
he's
of them.
playing an adventure game.
It's true.
Renaissance is doing the Endless Night, which I don't know. And Taco Salad is doing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which I have played, and it's a good one.
Who
for
else?
sure.
Do you have anybody else? Because I know we've rated the two of them before. Do we have anybody
Yeah,
else we haven't?
I don't really have anyone who's on right now, to
Yeah.
be honest.
I had another person that was on, but she's no longer on. And I would have loved to rate her because she does cool music production stuff. And she's on pretty often, but she's not on at the moment.
Mhm.
So I think that's the decision. So what do we want to do, guys? Do we want to go Endless Night or do we want to go I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? Let's put it to the task.
You can do polls in chat, but I don't know how, and neither does
Ooh.
Dan. So just chat it out.
Maybe I do.
Do you?
No. But maybe.
No.
No, I'm sure I don't. These are I got Amigo Bill. Mouth.
Yes,
No mouth.
that's helpful.
So which is it, Mousimus? Mouth or no mouth? Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Ragtime video game music. That'd be kind of cool. Just do that exclusively.
I'm open to it. We've already have a great theme, though.
We should find out. Or are you haunted by a giant dog? I don't know. Either way, thank you guys all for being here as usual. We enjoyed it on our Tuesdays. Making the Crimson Diamond live, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Next week we will have Julia live painting pixels. And I'm not exactly sure what we're working on. Are we still working on the building?
Oh my gosh,
Or we don't know?
I feel like we're getting there. We are getting there. It's coming round. It's turning a corner.
Okay, cool. Ah, Duck with Shades, what's up? Jess, you're welcome.
See you.
Justin, good night. And
Yes.
let's jump over here and let's raid. I think the mouth is the winner. So let's raid
You got a sneaky duck.
later for Roy. I think let's raid Taco.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, he has the cat cam too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully I spelled his name right. Yep.
Yep.
Got him.
That's it.
Boom. You are welcome, Eden Waith. I've been pronouncing your name right for 2 weeks in a row. Sweet.
Well done. Thanks for hanging around, Tonda.
Yeah, Tonda,
Good to see
man,
you.
awesome. I'll have to come check you at some point again this week.
Good luck with Ultra Core. Or did you already finish it? Oh my gosh. The game
No,
looks hard.
I was watching him the other day. He was playing something else. It was pretty cool.
Congratulations.
It was another game.
Tonda.
It was like you switch between cats or something. Ninja Cats or something it was called. I'm not too sure. It's pretty cool.
Sweet. Congratulations. My gosh, that game. Punishing.
What's the name of the game? Samurai Pizza Cats. Yeah, there you go. It looked pretty cool.
Oh no, not pizza again. Let's not go there.
Well, video games, I'll give it an exception. You know, like if you use pineapple pizza to poison someone, that's cool. I'm good with
Okay.
that.
I do like pineapple on pizza, and I don't care what you say.
Oh
so
my
whatever.
god, it's not pizza. Stop calling it pizza. That's all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's go. We are rating. All right, let me jump on to Taco.
Really think I'd let.
Thanks for the raid. How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for that raid. I hope you had a great time and a great stream. And hey, a Maple Mystery. And hey, Tonda. And hey, Eden. How are you all doing? We're playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And so far it's weird. I'm glad he had a great stream. We finished up a game called Hive Swap earlier. Hive Swap Act 1. Which is a new adventure game. And now we're going back in time.
I don't know this game. You've played it?
To play this
have.
game.
Yeah,
good.
it's
Interestingly enough, Hive Swap took place in 1994.
it's kind of
This
buggy,
game
but
takes
it's pretty
place
good.
in the future. So we play a game that goes back into the time when this game was made, and then we play this game which goes forward in time.
Nice.
Which I think is interesting.
This leads to inverters.
I find it
What's the matter?
interesting that I don't
What's
seem
that?
to be able to go out the tear until I
Hold
use
on a
the
sec.
rope on the
Let me just
tear.
make sure I stop